Let's see. We were just
You're
about
alive.
to win, right? That was what was up.
Yeah,
Well,
Well,
we were in the mountains, I think.
Oh, we were still fighting, weren't we?
we,
yeah, you're
yeah,
fighting some elementals.
s-
Hmm.
somebody stepped on a trap. Not saying who.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
We should have just played cards with those giants. What's wrong with all of you?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. We were going to spend a couple more hours exploring this building before we did anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Fantastic.
Did you look in your books, Tiff?
Every day. Wait, really? What box?
Your PO.
Oh, the one that you sent. No, I don't think we got it from the post office yet. I've been in the city all weekend.
Well, it's
The
in your.
box in your
I
box.
just got here and it's Sunday. Oh, yeah, I was with my box in the city all weekend.
Well, you will find out what is in your box soon.
Oh, okay.
A little ominous.
Yeah, I know. Now this is
Very
recorded, so thank you.
I wanted to do it where there was witnesses.
Oh, so you wanted me to open my box in front of everybody?
I mean, that's why I paid.
The whole YouTube genre. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
And a whole
It's only
company.
Wait, no, wait, is it OnlyFans? That's it.
You have to pretend it's an accident now, though.
Yep.
all right.
So how's everyone?
Great to introduce and Tiff.
Great. Now that we've gotten that out of the way,
Yep.
we all talked about my box. That's great.
Yep, it's all great.
Awesome.
All's
Well,
right with the world. Shiny,
all right,
shiny.
yep. We are assembled for what is probably, hopefully, maybe the finale of this Candlekeep adventure. We have been playing Zikran's Zephyrean Tome, which is a lot of Z's for one adventure name. I'll just remind you, this is the unofficial recap before we start the episode, and I do the official recap. Why do I do these things this way? Unclear. This is your level 10 adventure. Someone opened a book, as they are wont to do. Inside that book was
Why
a
do people
genie.
keep doing that in Candlekeep?
I don't know. It
Stop
seems
doing that.
I mean, it's a library. The books aren't there just for show. The book had a genie stuck inside of it, specifically Gazra Azam, the genie, or
I
Jinn,
hate it when
depending
people
on...
leave genies in the books.
Yeah, well, the genie wasn't happy about it either, and basically has brokered an arrangement with you where he needs you to free him, which involves basically either destroying the person who put him in the book, or getting them to surrender, and they have to release him from his predicament, either through action or death. And the person who put Gazra Azam in the book is a water genasi wizard named Zikran. That's the titular Zikran in Zikran's Zephyrean Tome. Thanks to Mani's character, you have been kind of like scrying the heck out of that guy. You went to where you thought his laboratory was, but it had been abandoned, and in fact, a dragon had kind of moved in, and you didn't find the dragon. That was nice. You chatted with the dragon, and you did some scouting around for clues. You found some clues that Zikran had relocated in a kind of paranoid delusion to a new laboratory way up in the mountains, specifically in the ruins of a cloud giant's keep. So you traveled way up into the mountains. It was dangerous. There were flying ice kobolds, and you made your way to the ruins of the cloud giant keep. The cloud giants, they are not there, just their ghosts. You avoided combat with the ghosts, did some poking around in their ghost ruins, and seemed like possibly very close to Zikran's laboratory when you triggered a trap, and a bunch of elementals showed up, and we are mid-fight with the elementals.
Who did
That is
such a thing? So rude.
I don't remember. I literally don't remember.
It couldn't have been the horse.
Yeah.
Nope.
For people
There's
watching,
no horse here.
Yeah,
no,
the
that's
video
rude.
version
That was
of this,
insensitive.
that's
I
rude.
apologize.
Yeah. For people watching the video version of this, people have dressed up because it is the finale of an adventure, and apparently it's the thing we
That's
sometimes
why
do.
we've dressed up, because it's the
Yep,
finale,
yep,
not
definitely.
Yeah, and dressed up takes a variety of definitions here.
I am demanding dressed up for every finale that I'm part of from now on. This is fantastic.
I think, Tiff, I could do better if I had more than a minute of warning.
but that's what makes it so good. Like sudden
Okay.
dress up.
All right. I feel I'm a little concerned about ranking people here, but I feel like, I mean, is anyone going to be super upset if we say that Monty kind of set
Not
the
in
bar?
the
No.
least.
No, Monty Slade.
You are
Yeah.
perfect.
Monty,
What
I
is
don't
that you're
know.
wearing? I
Monty
mean, is
is
that like a
wearing-
cone of shame that collapsed?
It's a jerkin.
It's
All
the
right.
jerkin.
Oh, it sure is.
And Monty, you're wearing. I don't actually know. So is
Wow.
the jerkin
Spin,
the
spin.
very fancy vest?
Yes.
Or is the jerkin the shirt? Is the
The
shirt
jerkin
the
is
shirt?
the vest. The
It's a
shirt
kind of
is
pickle.
a shirt.
Okay, so I mean, you're wearing a very fancy jerkin. You're also wearing like a Ren Fair Fantasy shirt beneath it. So
I am,
like,
yes.
I mean, each of those individual items of clothing are, probably on par with anything we have offered, and you've got them paired together. Who would like to describe somebody else?
I think Monty should get inspiration for his outfit.
Monty
Yeah.
gains inspiration for his outfit.
Nice. Thank you. Thank
This
you
is
a
now
tip.
we have now
To be the
pivoted.
best dressed at the finale.
Yeah, we have now
Yes.
pivoted. We are a D&D actual play / like Project One Way.
Yes, I love it.
Gamify everything. That's what it is.
Yeah, we're literally already playing a game.
It wasn't enough. We
Gamify
weren't
the
playing
gaming.
enough of a game. I needed to
Um,
add a game on the game.
Yes,
Monty,
yes.
I'm gonna throw to you, Monty. Why don't you describe what Tiff is wearing?
Well, Tiff is wearing
Not so easy, is it?
It's not a jerkin. Other than that, I can't really tell.
Kind of like a caftan.
I mean,
Yeah,
Tiff
like it's a
requested shiny. That was
but it's
the
very-
like
word.
I would say it's a very
it's like
shiny.
accordion.
It's a lovely
Pleated,
bronze
pleated.
color.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say a shiny-ish bronze.
No one has used a
robe
noun
slash
yet for
caftan.
It reeks of sweat
Okay,
because
good.
it's very unbreathable.
Tiff also requested sweat. That was the other.
I did.
Well, I mean, that comes without even saying.
So you've got a shiny kind of
So moist.
almost knee-length jacket kind of dealie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Tiff, why don't you describe what James is wearing?
James is wearing a leather jacket that is quite shiny. Can you
Very
please stand,
shiny.
James, so I can see?
Well,
where-
Looks like it might be a duster.
is it how long of a
it goes all,
jacket is
it goes all the way down.
All the way
all
down.
the way
All
down.
the way
Yeah,
down.
all the way.
Ooh.
All the way down.
He had a jacket that went all the way down.
Yeah. It
With a red
pairs
shirt
with his
underneath.
legs
I
that
like
go
the
all the
pop
way
of
up,
red.
you know?
Yeah. I mean, I won't say I panicked and just grabbed the most shiny thing that I could see in the wardrobe, which may or may not be mine.
Oh.
But
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, were you rummaging through the dead hitchhiker's belongings? pile in your closet?
And James, in conclusion, would you like to describe Kathy's fashion choices?
well, Kathy is wearing a very shiny dress. It revealing at the shoulders and also a crown that sort of matches perfectly with the unicorn headphones.
Is that, would we call that a tiara?
I
don't
mean-
It is,
totally
in
know.
fact, a tiara, yes.
Is a tiara a
because-
type of crown, or are those distinct?
Is it tiara or tiara?
Well, I'm from
I would say
Massachusetts.
tiara, but
It's odd.
Praktika.
It's a tiara or tiara, however you choose to pronounce it, because the pointy, like, jewelry stuff is only in the front.
Gotcha.
It's a good
Crown
D&D
is
name.
all the way around.
regal in the front,
Party in the back.
party in
Yeah.
the back. Yeah.
Oh, all right. And
Slob in the back.
Steve is also here.
Wait. Tony is wearing a very,
I once
shiny-
again forgot I was a
Forgot
person.
yourself. Yes. a lovely button up. Is that like a navy or a blue, purple?
Yeah, it's like a dark blue with
Yeah,
pink.
like a dark
patterns
blue,
on it.
pink, like squiggly patterns.
It's got a
and
kind of like 90s.
It's like the 90s view of the future. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like 90s art on a
If
CD-ROM.
I was
Yes.
a teen and was wearing this to the mall in 1997, I might have been cool.
Yes.
He looks like something that would have been
however-
on the video board at Videopolis.
Yeah.
It is
Looks like
paired.
an NPC in Leisure Suit Larry.
It is paired
Oh, no,
with
that's
a
not-
lovely multi-shaded blue and silver shiny tie. So like Tony brought it. Tony brought
I
it. And
guess.
then Steve is also here.
Steve looks great. His hair is
Steve
looking
is
great.
wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why he's dressed up.
Yep.
What more do you need?
Well,
Well, pants
Yeah.
ideally, but at least you're sitting down.
Well, not get
right.
ahead of ourselves.
well, that took 15 minutes. So
Excellent. Good job.
We're,
Proud of
we're,
us.
we're just excited.
I wonder why this
because
campaign has taken so long.
last
No
week we
idea.
had last year we had technical disasters and we couldn't show off our outfits. So
we just don't want to leave
Yes.
each other. That's all.
yeah,
Right.
Stay forever.
Also,
speaking of
James-
technical disasters, James, you don't have the character names quite right in the.
I believe
in
I
the
do.
thing. Oh, you do? Did you fix it?
I fixed it.
Okay. Thank you. Spol.
Excellent.
Cool. Oh, I see. You changed the order of people, but the names are at the same places. All right, cool. What do you think? Should we play some D&D?
Okay.
Okay, I guess.
We don't have to. No pressure. I mean,
All right, should I
But
just
then we'd
call
have
out
to
another
try and-
theme and we go get dressed again?
Tiff, it is clear that you have an inordinate amount of power within this group.
Right.
And, the key is just to not misuse that,
Okay, Tiff,
Yeah.
remind me after we record this podcast because I have a game show idea.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Tiff demands people do increasingly dangerous things.
5-minute taskmaster.
Last person imprisoned. It's like Taskmaster, but with misdemeanors.
I will put up bail money for that podcast.
Finally, the highest budget.
Hi,
insufferable
welcome to
show.
Minor Crimes with Tim
Yeah.
Hartman.
Yeah. All right. Welcome back
Recording.
to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. I use he, him pronouns, and today we are possibly concluding the Candlekeep mystery, Zikran's Zephyrean Tome. That's right. Somebody opened a book and problems ensued, as happens at Candlekeep. Our adventures have been far and wide up and down the Sword Coast, looking for one Zikran who has imprisoned a genie in a book. That genie wants out, has promised the players I know how to talk. I do it all the time. Has promised the players the gift of a wish spell if they can arrange to free him. But in order to free him, Zikran must be found, must be confronted, and probably some form of defeated. They've been to his old laboratory. Now it's a dragon cave. They've climbed up the tallest nearby mountains and have found their ways to the ruins of a cloud giant keep. The cloud giant keep, hecka haunted, but they've avoided conflict with ghosts, venturing into the basement of this haunted keep in search of a laboratory where they are met with a good sign, elemental protectors of Zikran's laboratory. That classic thing of, if people are in your way, you're probably headed in the right path. And so we will join our adventurers in mid-combat with these elemental forces as they try and find their way to Zikran and confront him. Allow me to introduce our players in initiative order, because we are in the middle of combat. They will introduce themselves, and then they will remind us of who their characters are. First up, James Thompson.
I'm James Thompson, he, him. I'm playing Nyasa Nightweaver, she, her, who's a high elf rogue who wears a jacket, actually quite like this leather jacket I'm wearing right now, and is hoping there is no more elementals.
Next up, Monty Ashley.
I am Monty Ashley, he, him. I am playing Cyril the Turtle. Cyril is a level 10 adventurer who is going on his first adventure. That about covers it.
That's weird. How'd you get to be level 10 without going on an adventure before?
I think you
Read
you
a bunch
can
of books.
Yeah, you can level up, but just by reading books, it takes a lot longer. Like, I think about 20 times longer. Basically.
Yeah, like there are classes for wizards. It's way faster just to go outside and like kill a rat or something.
Yeah,
but-
way faster.
But like in Skyrim, you find these books and you read them and they give you like extra stats and stuff. So
Yeah.
it seems on
Just like real
allowable.
life.
Yeah.
Speaking of people, it's Steve Lutz.
Thank you for affording me that. Yes, it's me, Steve Lutz, and I am continuing to play Olympus Barden, who is a variant tiefling and a bard, as you might have guessed from the name.
Also joining us, it's Tiff Arnett. Welcome back, Tiff.
Hey, playing.
How do you pronounce that? Is that
I
like
don't know how to spell that really.
Oh, you
I
created a
think
new
3
Klingon
H's,
dwarf
right?
character?
Dragonling or?
Yeah.
You jerks.
We broke
Out
Tiff.
immediately.
This is great. We're literally minutes into this. Have several hours to
Podcasting.
go today.
We're doing great.
Yep, doing great.
No, okay. I'm playing Polly Quartz, a rock gnome druid who loves finding the tallest things, so he is thrilled to be up here in the Cloud Kingdom.
And
he's very short.
last, but certainly not least, Kathy Campbell. Welcome back, Kathy.
Thank you. I am Kathy Campbell, and I am playing Hermione, who is a centaur fighter, and she definitely stepped on the stairs on purpose to trigger this trap.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this trap has been sprung. You are basically surrounded by elemental creatures that seem to be in service to Zikram. There were 6 ice methods, which are these little kind of icically ice sprites that have been summoned, and 2 hulking water elementals. Half of the ice methods have already been defeated. Hermione currently finds herself inside a water elemental, and through some careful use of magic, the group that is kind of flanking you to the south has all been hypnotized by a hypnotic pattern. So despite the very advanced numbers and not so great tactical situation you find yourself in, I think you have handled it well. Now,
Just a
Night
reminder,
Weaver,
you don't want to attack those hypnotized dudes.
Yeah, you
because
don't want
that
to
will
attack the
knock them out of their
hypnotized
stupor. Until we're ready to take them on.
yes.
Indeed.
Nyasa Nightweaver, you are next. Just to remind you, last episode you talked a lot about wanting to throw lightning at a water elemental. That water elemental currently contains 1 friend.
I haven't ruled it out.
Nope.
I'm
It's a Faraday cage. It'll be fine.
I
You
don't
said that
know.
last time, and I disagreed with it last time.
Find that nose very disturbing.
Listen, let me just say, I do have 82 hit points out of 94, so it depends on how bad you might hurt me. But we will have another battle after this, so just throw that out there too. Yes.
Could I use my action to pull Hermione out of this elemental? Is that a thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Hermione counts as grappled. Let's see here. You could do a strength check to pull Hermione out.
That is not going to work because I've
Well, I mean, that's what it takes to get somebody out of a water elemental.
there's no
Am I
sort
able
of
to
more
assist?
sneaky way of doing it.
Am I able to assist since I am strong?
You are not,
Okay.
because it's not your turn. So
Well,
here's what I'll let you do, Nyasa. You could either, and this would be your whole action, you can either try and pull Hermione out or help Hermione on her next attempt at getting out.
right. I will come over here.
Listen.
What? You don't want to
Do
be
we
pulled
have-
out? Do you want to be electrified?
Do we have healing potions? Just asking.
I've got
Randomly.
one.
No.
We have
I
healing
have-
people.
I have healing word.
Okay. So yeah, just shoot it and see what happens.
Do you have a boat?
Right. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Hold my mead, says Nyasa Nightweaver.
I mean,
Oh.
what is
I
the
brewed that mead.
worst? What is the worst that could happen? I mean, we might discover.
Death for all of you.
I mean, we
Oh,
might
sorry.
discover that a person inside a water elemental is not affected by, or I might miss.
That is
and then
All right.
yeah.
okay, I like raise my hand up, and a ring on my finger starts to glow in ominous fashion, little sparks around it, and then a large ball of lightning comes out.
A ball of lightning.
A ball.
That's a bolt of lightning.
No, it's a
of
ball.
lightning.
It's a ball that I can move around.
This
Oh,
is too
man.
much lightning.
I got to get this spell for my dorm room.
But the ball is gonna just head straight for the water elemental, not sort of roll around the room or anything. And yeah, let's see.
Well, that sucks. Can't you bank it off the wall or something?
Okay, if you want a
Why
trick
not?
Some
shot,
finesse into
do you
it.
want a trick shot? I can do that.
Absolutely. No Macedo.
All right, hang on. Let me see what.
I'm not paying to get this dungeon revelveted.
Okay.
It could use it, by the way.
Yeah.
Sure could.
I very dramatically bounce it off the two walls of the stairs here.
Seems unnecessary, but yes.
Nice. No, it is necessary.
It's the finale, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it hits the water elemental dead center, and that needs to make a DC 15 saving throw.
Kathy, you also need to make a DC 15 saving throw.
All right.
I assume this is a dexterity saving throw because you're throwing lightning at it.
Yes, it is indeed dexterity. I should have said.
All right. Fun fact: the water elemental rolled 5. If the water elemental had not been hit, Hermione would not need to make a saving throw because Hermione is inside the water elemental. But the water elemental did just get hit.
I rolled 17.
You are fine, I think. Tony might disagree, but
I suspect this thing may do half damage on a miss, right?
It doesn't actually say that in the thing. It just says
What spell is
on a
Ball of lightning.
This is ball lightning, and it says on a failed save, the creature takes lightning damage based on the number of spheres you created.
I think the creature takes 1d8 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Well, in fact, this one takes 4d12 damage, so we shall see.
40-12.
Yep. And that is quite a lot. 22, 29. That is...
Kathy, are you wearing armor made of metal?
Yep.
Says here you should have made that saving throw with disadvantage.
Man. Leave it to the guy in the jerkin to be the rules lawyer.
Such a jerk.
Well, I keep counting the numbers.
Yep, I'll roll again.
Right there in the vest. We should have known.
18 plus 2, so
Pretty good.
20. So
All right.
Well,
You're only half electrocuted.
yeah.
take half of 37 damage, but
And the water elemental takes all of 37 damage, I assume.
it does indeed.
All right. I will tell you the water
for-
elemental is in a bad way.
For half point,
You round up.
so 19.
Sure.
Thanks, calculator man.
I need to remove. I can only do this a number of times, but I can do it a few more times.
All right. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm hoping that I will not be in here by my next turn, or are you saying you can do that a couple more times this turn?
No. Just
Okay.
it's more you were like literally goading me to fire lightning at you. So
Yes.
I
But I'm hoping to be no longer in the ball of water by the time.
Do you want to be somewhere else being shot with lightning by James?
I mean, sure. Maybe after
if
this
it's
event, we
consensual.
can play.
Mix it up, just All right. Well, that was your turn. People seem technically, I think that was a success in that you sought out to do something, and that thing happened. People seem a little bit confused about the nature of that success, which I think is typical for interacting with James Thompson.
Yes.
James, all done.
I will also just hide round the corner because that's the
That
thing
makes sense because you just electrocuted a very,
Yes.
very large, very
Yep.
fearsome.
And I'll just hide and go, who
That's
did
right.
that?
Yep.
I got 24 to hide. So
All right. Cyril, you are next. You are at the top of the stairs looking down at a water elemental that is attempting to drown a centaur inside of it.
I've always wanted to try this.
Oh, no.
Mind Spike. I'm going to cast a level 2 Mind Spike.
Okay.
Because it's a divination spell, will give me a level 1 spell slot back. It has to make a wisdom saving throw, 18.
It's
You guys
not
wise?
great. No, not that wise because they're like summoned, kind of indentured servants. So 10 on my wisdom saving throw, which is significantly less than 18. What
Nice.
happens?
It takes 3d8 damage.
What kind of damage?
3d8.
Psychic damage.
All right, it does not care for that. I guess it is says that there's a bunch of things that it's like immune or resistant to by being nature of water, but it still has feelings.
Also, I always know the target's location until the spell ends, but only while the two of us are on the same plane of existence.
Okay.
While I have this knowledge, the target can't become hidden from you, and if it's invisible, it gains no benefits from the condition.
You probably should have
Nice.
used that against Nyasa. Oh.
And I do 13 points of damage.
All right. The water elemental is barely hanging on. I imagine it's all like kind of like jello like wobbling and just like sweating profusely as drops of water. It's trying to kind of slosh from side to side, but it just looks kind of more in pain than it looks fearsome.
I've had nights like that.
Yep. All set, Monty?
Yeah.
Steve, Lempus is next.
So he is. Let's see here. I think I'm going to hope that radiant damage does not get conducted by water. I'm gonna try
Let's
to zap.
find out.
Let's
Yeah.
find out. I'm gonna try to zap this water elemental with a sacred flame,
All right.
which I believe is a Dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw from this water elemental.
Yep.
I have rolled a pretty impressive 17. He's got a lot of shimmy left in him.
Unfortunately, that 17 is what you needed to get, which I don't love.
Sorry.
Well, all right. It'll be okay. I'm going to go ahead and do something as a bonus action that I've been meaning to do for a while, and I keep forgetting. But now I've remembered. And I'm going to exude a mantle of inspiration using one of my bardic inspiration dice. And give, let's see, up to 5 creatures I can see and that can see me, within 60 feet, 11 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's everybody except, wait, can you see Nyasa? Because Nyasa hit.
Ah, damn.
But I can see myself.
Yeah, you
I can
yourself.
see you.
Also, let's see. I don't think that this will affect Hermione, but you can tell me if it does.
Water's translucent, right?
No, the spell itself should, but I mean, she can presumably see me. I look a little distorted and weird, more than usual anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, each of the creatures that was affected by the mantle can immediately use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. I don't think anybody wants to move right now.
But you could if you needed to get anywhere.
It seems like, that little bit of inspiration might give Hermione an extra opportunity to escape, perhaps.
Yeah, I will say, Hermione, you obviously are not free to move because you are grappled. But if you want to use that to make a free attempt to get out of the grapple, you would give me a strength check.
Awesome. On my turn, right?
No, right now you can do it right now.
Right now? Oh.
Lempus has inspired you with his mantle.
All right. So I'm just rolling a regular 20.
D20 plus your
D20
strength
and-
saving throw, Dealy.
Only your lighting makes you look ominous.
I apologize.
There's a flashlight below your face.
There's the sun is setting
There,
over that way.
on the handle was a hook.
So we're gonna just move along because my 5 it's not very impressive.
A single
That's
hoof
all right.
came
This
out
thing's
the
almost
side.
dead.
Yeah. My tail's wagging.
All right. Well, big turn for Steve. Ice methods are next. I am
That probably
not
means
sure.
you're about to poop, doesn't it?
No, no.
That's how horses work.
No, that's hippos. Do the spinning tail.
Oh, okay. I hope you have a bag back there.
Lempus, tell me, these ice methods are all hypnotic patterned. Do they do
They are.
anything?
I don't think so. I think they're just stuck until
They can't do an
I lose
intelligence save or
concentration
anything?
or until the minute runs out. But I'll verify real quick.
Okay.
If we hit one of them, does that wake up all of them?
Yeah,
I think
charmed
it's
for the
just one.
duration
Yeah, I think
and
it's
is
one.
incapacitated and has a speed of 0. It ends if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. So no, there is
right.
no save.
Polly, you are next.
Oh, because everyone else before me is dead.
Yep.
Right. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna go with Elemental Bane on this water elemental, and I'm gonna go with fire.
All right. They don't care for that.
Yeah, Kathy is gonna feel like a jacuzzi.
Yep.
No, I should say Hermione. Yeah. Okay, you ready for some bubbles?
Let's do it.
Always.
I need a Constitution saving throw from
This water elemental has taken a lot of things. I will tell you, Constitution is the thing. Constitution and Strength are what they're really good at. I have rolled a 16. Is that enough?
Yes.
The water bubbles, but it keeps
It
its
doesn't
cohesion.
toil or trouble.
Yeah, no, nothing steams away. Now you just heated up the water elemental.
Do I need to do anything?
Hermione's just a little bit warmer.
I don't think so.
Now she is pooping.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get all relaxed.
Anything else, Polly?
Nope.
All right.
Tony, this is very unorthodox, but I would like to pitch a move for the water elemental.
Oh, tell me about it.
Oh.
Well,
allow
it
it.
seems to me that it wants the other water elemental and ice methods to take damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they wake up and help him. He should attack them, not us.
That is an interesting idea.
You presume that it knows what a hypnotic pattern does.
Yeah. I don't know if they're that kind of. I feel like they're kind of moving on instinct more than anything. So I think also there's a lot of you between it and its friends, and it doesn't have any kind of like. I'll tell you, the water elemental's main thing that it does is it either slams or whelms you. It does not have like a tap gently on the shoulder attack. So let's deal with what's going to happen. First off, unfortunately, just by being within the water elemental, Hermione, you are going to take 13 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. All right. All those temporary hit points gone.
There they go.
But thank you.
And then let's see. I think the water elemental is just going to surge forward, and it's just going to work its way up the stairs, and it's going to bring Hermione with it.
With it. Cool.
And Cyril, suddenly you are in you're in the water elemental with Hermione, and yeah,
we high five.
Give me a DC 15 strength saving throw, Cyril.
Oh, sure, no problem.
No
By the
problem.
way, I don't know if I'm a tortoise or a turtle, and I also don't know which of those is supposed to be in the water. So this could be-
Tortoises are not supposed to be in the water.
Oh, I rolled a 20.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Let me just check on a success. Does anything happen?
I think it backs up a square is what happens.
You are still in its space. Actually, you basically you can back up a square safely. So
Thank you.
yeah, you basically swim out of the water elemental and take no damage and are not grappled.
That
Wow.
was weird.
Yeah. That I really thought you were
You
just going to
needed
get
a bath.
inhaled by a water elemental.
Those things are salt water. I had no idea.
Yeah. Well, at least that one was.
It's Hermione's tears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hermione, it is
Among
your
other
turn.
things.
You are in a water elemental.
Cool. Vibing.
There's all
It's
sorts
nice
of
and
stuff floating
warm.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do I ungrapple myself?
Well, there are two ways you could do this. You can either you can struggle to get out by doing a strength check, or you could always fight your way out by killing the water elemental.
The problem is because I don't have magic.
You have a
we
magic
determined-
sword, don't you?
Oh, yes, I do. That's right.
I mean, in a metaphorical sense, you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel like Hermione would try, beating it up from the
All right.
inside. So I am going to attack with my sword.
Yep.
I got 13 plus 9.
Plenty. You
It's gonna be
slice at the water elemental from inside the water elemental, which there's no great place to be stabbed from, but inside seems not good. I mean,
And I got 6 plus 5 is.
and that
11.
includes some magic. That's magic.
Yes.
Great news, Hermione. The water elemental basically loses cohesion and just whoosh, and you are just standing there in a puddle of X elemental.
Whoosh.
Love it.
All right. That was your attack, or that was your action. You still have a move or bonus actions you could do.
Okay, everyone else is I guess start with one of the hypnotizingness.
Yeah, do you want to get inside another elemental?
I mean, I can. I'm already wet. Might as well before I. How far is it?
That's the spirit.
They changed. Hold on. I need to.
How many rounds are left on the spell? Could we just ignore these guys? Go downstairs.
Just go downstairs.
Deal
We've
with
got,
it, be out in 45 seconds.
We've got, from my reckoning, 48 seconds.
I mean, they might come down the stairs after us, and we don't know exactly what's down there.
All right, fine.
All right. I'm going to take a step back and then charge at the elemental.
Which one? The
Or
water elemental or the three?
Yeah, I'm
ice
going
el-
after the water.
Big one.
Going
All
after the
right.
water. And I'm going
This guy
to...
was just sitting there vibing, just really chilling, thinking about what it means to be a water elemental in the world
Yeah.
today.
Yep.
Listen to some
Centaur
Pink
charged
Floyd.
it. Yeah.
Takes everything you've got.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I
I assume that you have advantage when you're hypnotized. Lumpus, remind us how being hypnotized works.
It is, I believe, incapacitated right now. So whatever the
Incapacitated
effects of
is pretty
incapacitation.
bad. They can't take actions or reactions. Do they grant advantage?
Doesn't seem so.
I mean, it doesn't matter because I got a
Which
21.
seems weird.
All right,
but
so,
okay.
you slam into that barn wall of a water elemental, barn door of a water elemental. 21. Tell us about
Attack rolls
damage.
against creatures
my
that are incapacitated have advantage.
All right,
8 points of damage with my short sword, and then I'm also
and the
going-
short sword is magic, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right.
And then I'm also going to take my hooves and just kind of
Oh, no, I'm wrong.
Oh, you're wrong?
slap it.
Yeah.
Monty. Okay.
Yep, sorry.
Hooves not
Paralyzed.
magical, but
Yeah, but I mean, I am magical because I'm a centaur, but it's not the right. One could make an argument. But I got 5.
5 does not hit the water elemental.
When we get
No,
out of
sorry.
5 damage.
5 damage.
All right, I'm noting 2 damage to the water elemental.
Okay.
when we get out of this, we'll get you some magical horseshoes.
Yes, please.
That would actually be pretty awesome. Let's see here. All right, so the water elemental has been. Oh, and you know what? This it happened that was like the best time to kind of hit the water elemental because it just lost its turn. So everybody gets to go before the water elemental will have a chance to go. So
Sweet.
Hermione,
Nice.
you've hit it with a sword. You've hoofed it. You've wakened it up a little bit. Nyasa Nightweaver, I think you're next.
I think my magical mind blades are magic, so I will attempt to fling.
It's right there in the name.
I
That
know.
would be ironic, though, wouldn't it?
It's
Yeah.
magical brand mind blade.
Yeah, they're mundane. You just accidentally,
I mean, I can see them selling them in the shop as magical,
Yeah.
but all
With
right.
quotation marks.
Yes.
Has a K on the end.
Yes.
These X-ray specs don't work either.
I bought them out of the bag of a comic. Okay. Where is my blades? Here we go. Plus 8. I must have got better at some point. Well, that is a 27, which I think will hit
that will hit a slow moving wall
with
of water.
advantage.
Yep.
And so I do 1d6 plus 4, but with the whatever it's called, sneak attack, an extra 5. So 6d6 plus 4.
66.
66.
James just keeps saying numbers and they keep getting bigger, and I'm not sure which one to write down.
Well, what I like about this is I sometimes seem to be running out of dice, which seems like a good thing when you're doing attacks.
You literally make an app where people roll dice.
Great.
know.
How are you running out of them?
Yeah.
Because I'm
Do
using
you
real
need
ones.
99 cents to borrow so you can buy your own app?
Yeah, I just dropped
Get
one
like
on
a
the
ton
floor.
for Christmas.
So- all right, 6, 10. 3 ones. That's rubbish. 13, 18 damage,
All right, 18 damage, and it's magical because it's your mind blades.
and I hide again. All right,
And
attempt
you
to at
again.
least.
Sounds like you.
And
Cyril, you're coming fresh off of not being drowned by a water elemental. How's that feeling?
It feels pretty good. I mean, that was weird, but
Yeah.
it didn't hurt. Oh, there's another elemental. I guess I'm going to do a level 3 mind spike on that, which is going to give me back the level 2 slot I used last turn.
So much trading of spell slots with Cyril.
I spent years designing this attack system. A Wisdom 18 saving throw, please.
It's not impossible for the water elemental to get that. It's just very unlikely, and it did not.
Then it takes 4d8.
48. You're welcome.
21.
21 psychic damage. Wow.
By the way, this d8 is very hard to read.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
I don't like
Oh,
that.
I don't like that.
I will tell you this water elemental, if a water elemental could be bloodied, is bloody. He's all kind of sweaty and losing his he just
Leaking.
doesn't- Yeah, he's got some
Aren't we
his
all?
surface tension is all messed up.
I'm back down the stairs a little bit. Just gonna go down here, I think.
All right.
That's all.
Lempus, you are next.
Neat. I'm going to try to Sacred Flame it again.
All
So Dex saving throw, please.
Dex saving throw from a water elemental is a 11. Does not seem very good.
That is a miss. So this is radiant damage to the tune of, well, it's only 4, which is not great, but
4 total.
yeah.
All right. Well, it takes it.
Take it and like it.
Anything else, Lempus?
I feel pretty good about what I'm doing right now. I'm just going
All
to chill
right.
here.
Ice methods, just staring at their hands as this all unwinds next to them. Holy.
All right. So the ice, they're still out, right?
Yeah, they're just if
So
you
it's
if you
not
slap
worth-
one of them, they'll wake up. So
All right. So don't slap them.
probably not until you take out the water elemental.
Okay.
Were they flying?
They have flight. So
They-
maybe they're just hovering there. I don't know.
We never really adjudicated whether they fell onto the dungeon floor and
I
shattered
mean, that might have
slightly.
woken them
Crash.
up if it did. Yeah. So
that's
I
fair
imagine they're
point.
just kind of. I imagine they're just kind of hovering there, like looking dazed expressions on there.
Right.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like if you cast hypnotic pattern on a shark, would it like drown? I don't know.
Yeah, they're not paralyzed. They're just incapacitated. So
Yeah.
I guess they could continue to flit about.
So Paulie, back to you.
All right. Since my whole elemental bane didn't really pan out the way I thought it would, we're gonna go with just my vicious mace and see how just kind of
Vicious it
swinging
is.
at this sucker does.
All right, it's big. So
Well, critical fail. So we're doing great.
doing great.
Son of a yeah.
All right. Well, the water elemental is next, and it is angry.
Should be happy. I just failed.
The water elemental surges forward, consuming Polly and Hermione. Polly and Hermione, I need you each to make a strength saving throw against being whelmed by water.
11.
That is not enough.
I also got an 11.
All right, you are both whelmed. Thankfully, I rolled minimum damage, so you take 7 bludgeoning damage each and are grappled by the water elemental.
Is
Hermione,
Lil Anthony incapacitated in some way? He's been pretty useless in this combat.
Do you want him to fight? He can fight. He didn't
I mean,
roll. He's
he
a
doesn't-
centipede.
he doesn't do much.
Well, that's
guys.
right. He's a centipede right now. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And
I was.
probably
I
not
mean,
magic
as a
centipede either.
quasit, he is not. The challenge with little Antony and many
He's
other
just like,
pets, the pets don't level up, right? So like little Antony was like useful when I mean you met little Antony 10 levels ago.
Yeah,
Oh my
and he was
gosh.
like he was a little trooper back then, and then it's been several levels since he was a combat participant
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's a very very small little.
He's good for like
demon.
he's
Scouting.
good for scouting and like
Yeah.
checking
And
out stuff, but
I mean
getting under
morale. He brings a lot emotionally to the group.
Yes.
doors. He's
but,
also
That's
kind
true.
of yeah.
yeah.
And the occasional
combat
meatball
wise-
sub.
No, he's not. He's not great.
Are you
All
upset
right.
that I didn't send my centipede closet into the battle?
I want to see the centipede
yes.
inside
I
the
was actually,
elemental too.
the water elemental before had the chance of either consuming little Antony or Cyril, and I was like, I feel like if I kill basically your team's mascot, like I feel like the audience will turn on me.
With us for
Yes.
so long.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I feel like I would not have been given a fair trial. I mean, you did leave him in the middle of a combat situation, and
But
that's
he's
on
a
you.
centipede.
But he's a centipede.
And he
So-
has 7 hit points.
He has
Like,
7
we're
hit
not gonna
points.
It
risk
would be a very petty water elemental that went after a
Mm.
centipede.
Well,
Yeah.
especially, and the centipede has not attacked the water elemental.
Right.
So as far as the water elemental knows, there's just a centipede. that
It's just a
happens to
house.
be there.
I mean, this house has
hanging
got a
out.
lot of holes in it. I think
Yeah.
you're going to get centipedes in.
What does
I
it say
feel
about
like
Lempus
Tone-
that he's like, why isn't this guy fighting?
I feel like
I just feel
Tony
everyone
is
should pull
really
their own
leaving on
weight.
the table a way of raising the emotional stakes in this fight.
Hermione, please take your turn from inside the water elemental.
Grappling is a full, like that's all I can do, or can I grapple to escape and then use an action to
Getting out of the water elemental is your action.
Okay. But if I have a second attack as a bonus action,
It is bonus action. A bonus action is not part of your action, so bonus actions are fair game. Yeah, so you
Okay.
can use your action to get out, and if your bonus action gives you more attacks or something like that,
okay,
you can do that.
I have because I have action surge.
Yes,
That can,
and I
can
will
take
continue
one
to remind you,
additional
there is, you can also just stay inside the water.
That's
elemental,
true.
hacking and slashing. However,
hypo-
your friends may electrocute you if you do that.
Right. Hypothetically, if one could put an elemental's health in a number, how healthy would this creature be?
It has recently been bloodied, and if you had a super nerd on your team, you would know that it took more than 100 hit points to take out a water elemental. So,
Okay.
so you could figure that this thing has about half of that left.
Okay.
Am I not playing a super nerd?
I mean, you're not. Let me just say, Monty, you're one of the nerdiest people I know. But I travel in some nerdy circles.
I'm saying
and-
I'm playing a super nerd. not
Okay,
that I
I'm just
am a
saying.
super
But yeah,
nerd.
but your character is a super nerd. But as a player, I have played D&D with people who can't help basically counting all the hit points so that they know. Which I mean, these are people who can't help but card count basically. Anyway, I've answered Kathy's question.
Yes. So basically, I can know that I won't kill it in this
It
round.
is very unlikely that you will kill it in this
Yeah.
round.
That I will. But me personally,
You personally are not going to kill it this round.
yeah.
Will
You're
you
gonna kill it
collectively
this
kill it? I don't.
I've
know.
got to slay, as they say.
Yeah.
As the kids say. Let's see.
Hey.
I am about halfway through hit points, but if I do. All right, I'm just going to fight. Well,
All right.
Going for it. 19.
19 hits.
And I roll this one. 5 plus 2 is 7.
And that's magic damage because it's your sword.
Yes, correct.
All right. How many more attacks you got coming?
Well, okay, did we figure out with my multi, can I use my sword again or I can't because in my one action for fighting two-handed, I have to use my other.
This is one of those things where we should look at your character sheet. I don't remember.
I
I
don't
feel like we talked about sharing character sheets last time, and then maybe we didn't ever actually do that.
Here, let me send it into the thing
I believe you can do.
because I can never remember.
Yeah,
And I'm sure there's somebody yelling at my
yeah, it's okay.
their
Other people
podcast
who are
out
good
of
at D&D, please look at this thing. Also, let's see here. How do fighters work? So I think with
watch, we find out that I've been doing everything wrong.
Yeah,
the entire
probably.
time. So that's fine.
Are you thinking of doing an action surge? Is that where you've already done
So
that?
I already did the action
already did
surge.
that.
Oh wait, but I didn't escape. I didn't. Oh yeah, I don't have to do.
Oh, you didn't do the action surge, right? Because
Yeah.
you just got out. You
I just did a
sliced it.
regular.
Yeah.
Wow, this manifest echo thing you can do is amazing.
Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
done that?
Well, it doesn't help right now.
Doesn't help right now, but it's super cool.
Every time it's so cool. That's
You gotta
why
get that
I
in for
wanted
the
to be an Echo Knight. But then I've never been in a situation where it's been
Where it's
helpful.
been useful.
Yeah,
Everyone's just looking at your character sheet being like, wow, Kathy.
I know.
Manifest Echo. Unleash our incarnation. Jeez.
I know.
I was looking for the thing about, so let's see. You get 2 attacks per action as part of being this level something fighter.
Right.
I think the second one does need to be with the other hand.
Okay.
So it's got to be
That's
your
why
whip.
it's okay.
It's your whip,
Which is
which
not.
is
No. What?
no.
No, if this is just the extra attack comes from being a fighter, it's with the main hand.
All
She
right.
wants to do a bonus attack with her bonus action with her offhand. She can.
Okay. So you get to make a second sword attack
Okay.
Like if
And
you're
this
a
is even
barbarian, you
before-
have two big, a big
before you
two-handed
have
sword.
invoked your action surge.
Okay.
Second sword attack.
All right. 16 plus 9 definitely hits.
Definitely hits.
I don't have to do that math. I got 6 plus 5 is 11.
All right. 11 more damage to this big hulking water elemental.
And then for my bonus action, I'll just use my whip
All right.
and do half damage.
Yep.
'Cause some is better than none.
Sure.
12 plus 8 definitely hits.
Oh yeah.
I got
Watch
a
your whip.
4. Watch
your
me nay. 5.
All right. Rounding that down to 2 damage. All right. That was a bunch of damage to that water elemental. Perhaps one of your friends will either electrocute you or get you out before you take
We'll
damage
find
from being
out.
inside. Speaking of friends of dubious friendship, it's Nyasa Nightweaver.
So, if I threw soul knives at the water elemental,
There is a lot of water elemental that does not contain your friends. So,
So-
unless you're trying to hit your friends, you can choose not to.
I am.
Are you trying to hit your friends?
Are you a contestant on America's Got Talent?
I'll close my eyes and hold up an apple.
Could you put a rock gnome on your head? And we'll...
Catch it in my teeth.
As a centaur, she has a whole bag of apples at the ready.
Yeah.
So you should
Oh,
be good.
duh, obviously. One on my head, one in each hand.
You want to go like the double black diamond? She'll put a sugar cube up there. She's got a lot of those too.
Remember to hold it in an open palm is the key.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then I put one in Paulie's mouth.
Yeah.
I will attempt to not hit my friends because I've
Okay.
been told that that is a thing that people do.
Are you the Terminator? Is that what's happening? Are you learning what friendship is?
Get down.
Now I understand why you people cry.
I mean, the leather jacket does
Is
have a bit.
Nyasa learning or is James learning?
That's the important part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
This is growth, people. James Thompson has murdered all of his friends before now. we are on borrowed time here.
I rolled a 24.
All right.
And this is 66 plus 4 damage.
66.
Oh, I keep dropping. I'm going to run out of D6s at some point because I keep dropping them on the floor.
You should stop that.
Okay.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you just not do that?
21 damage.
All right. Like a knife through water, that water elemental is in trouble.
And I hide.
All right. Cyril.
Just I rolled a
I
28 to hide. I just want to say.
Yeah.
Where did
Thanks.
I guess it's another level 2 mind spike. Wisdom saving
Wisdom
throw
save.
18.
15. I'm getting closer, but not enough. How much psychic damage will the water elemental take?
14 points of psychic damage.
The water elemental takes its horrible giant kind of like just huge paw-like hands and like reaches up toward it. It doesn't really even have a head so much as like a protrusion on its shoulder and just like rocks back and forth and then just explodes in a spray of water everywhere. And Hermione and Polly are just sitting there.
Stopping.
Drenched.
Yeah, drenched. Anything else, Cyril?
No, that seemed pretty good. You guys can handle the methods, right?
Yep. I'm just
Carry
going to
on.
move the water elemental tokens off the map for cleanliness. So there are
Wait,
three,
did we get a mop or something?
Yeah.
just so Lempus, there are three kind of dazed ice methods hovering in space near you.
So there are.
You could
I'm gonna
opt to
sacred
do
flame the one to the
nothing
south.
for this turn, and then we'll all get to hit it before it wakes up, I think.
Where is the below? Yeah, you're right. They're right after me. These guys aren't going to do much damage, though. I mean, there's little ice methods. So if I wake one up, I think you'll be all right. I'm just going to pop this one to the south.
South one.
Yep.
All right.
That's a sacred flame, so Dex 17.
And did we decide it can still make saving throws? And it's just
Yeah, I think you can.
All right. They are very dexterous, so this one has rolled a 19 somehow.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah.
And they're not at disadvantage.
Yeah, that seems weird that they're not at disadvantage.
No, because with paralyzed, it explicitly calls out automatically
Okay.
fails strength and dexterity saving throws, but it doesn't say anything in incapacitated. So
Okay.
So Limpus just shrugs.
All right. So that one is woken up now, right?
No, I didn't hit it.
Oh, you didn't hit it. Okay. You're sure just not even attacking it doesn't break the hypnosis?
I think it has to take damage, but I will confirm if it takes damage or someone uses an action to shake the creature out of its
All right.
stupor.
Ice methods still confused. Polly, 3 ice methods flapping in the air near you, looking confused about their whole situation here.
All right, I guess I'm going to attack the one nearest me by the stairs with
Sure.
my vicious mace.
Vicious mace. Batter
Vicious
up.
Mace. It's vicious mace. 2.
So vicious.
So not vicious.
It's literally like incapacitated, and it's like a T-ball, and you just like, woof.
At least it didn't wake
I don't know
up.
what's wrong with me. Oh,
You sure it's
All
not
right.
a viscous mace? Maybe it'll go right through it.
Anything else, Polly?
I don't think I can do anything else. I should have grappled it, is what I really wanted to do, but I was trying to be a team
Just
player.
going for a hug.
Hermione, you are next. The ice methods continue to be oblivious to you because 2 people have attacked them, and they have not hit.
All right. Well, I'm going after this one in the south.
All
Good old
right.
Southie
Mm-hmm.
with my sword. Got a 19.
All right. That'll definitely hit.
Okay. 6 points of damage.
All right, let me just check. And these, the only thing, you're not doing cold damage to it, are you?
No.
You're doing sword damage.
Sword.
All right, 6 points of sword damage. You have made it sad.
Good. Let's make it sadder.
Okay.
'Cause I'm coming again with my sword. 17 plus
You've made it sore.
9.
You don't need to do math on a 17.
Yeah. Yep. 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. It is bloodied and angry.
And then I would like to hit it with my whip.
All right.
I am going to need to do math. 7 plus 8.
15.
15.
15 will hit.
Excellent. 4 plus 4 is 8.
Oh, that is a lot of whip damage. The ice method is still alive, but probably wishes it was not. It is extremely unhappy about this situation.
Good. As it should be.
All right. I think we're around to Nyasa. There's 2 kind of incapacitated ice methods and 1 angry ice method.
Right. I'm going to see if I can kill the one at the bottom without using my sneak attack yet. I can use my bonus attack first, right?
I believe so.
Okay. Well, I am going to use my... I don't know if this actually works because I'm kind of... Maybe I'm throwing both at once. But I think if I'm doing the secondary attack, it kind of says after you've made an attack, so I don't think I can do that.
I think after is after.
Yeah.
Yep. Listen, I'm not a D&D expert or a lawyer,
Well,
but I think after is after.
Thank
Then-
After attack is after the attack. You're welcome. I'm so glad I'm on this podcast right now to help.
okay. Well, since let's just assume that I am going to kill it with my bonus one, and I'll attack the one next to me.
All right.
And that is 17.
17 will hit.
And 66 plus 4. 10, 11, 12, 18, 19, 20. 25 damage.
25 damage.
Yes.
All right. The ice method explodes.
Do any of those ice spears explode and hit the one next to it? Just asking for a friend.
Yes, they do. So as you know from before, if you had remembered anything, when you
Nope.
kill an ice method, they explode. They have a death burst. So
Great.
each creature next to the method, which I count as Nyasa, Polly, and another method, must make a DC 10 dexterity saving throw.
Okay. And my dexterity is plus 4.
Good.
I rolled 11.
Congratulations, you only take 2 ice damage. Polly, did you also succeed?
I take no damage.
I threw a 10.
10 was enough. You take 2 ice damage.
I have the evasion thing, which means if it's
All
a
right,
dex
that's great.
saving
That
throw,
means you take no punishment for the thing that was your fault.
Yep.
Now, the ice method next to the method that you just killed gets a face full of ice, which they are.
Wouldn't they be immune to that? Wouldn't that make them more powerful?
It is slashing damage, not cold damage. If it had just been cold,
Like
it would have been
adding ice to
immune. But if you it turns out like if you turn down the temperature, the ice method is like, I don't care, I love it. But if you jab it in the face with an icicle, it's like, why would you do this to me? So that ice method
I guess
is
it's the same if you
awake,
get hit in the eye with a toenail.
Yeah.
Still hurts, even though it's your toenail.
even though it's your toenail.
I'm
Yeah.
normally immune to damage.
That's never
from my own
happened to
body.
me, right?
Yeah,
Like that.
that is the only way that you can hurt yourself, basically. You know?
I fling another knife at the one at the south.
All right, maybe you'll cause that one to detonate in Hermione's face.
That's what I'm hoping.
Cool.
How much damage have you done to Hermione this fight, James?
We're not talking about that.
I mean,
But I now have 54 points of damage.
All right.
Just saying.
hang on.
Out of 94.
That is a 16.
That hits.
It's only 1d4 plus 4.
1d4.
So that is 6 damage.
All right, that ice method also explodes in a shower of icicles. Hermione, dex saving throw.
12.
You take 2 cold damage.
I give you a thumbs up from the other side of the room.
Thanks, Nyasa.
Oh no.
You all set there? Do you want to hide at the end of your turn from your friends?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I can't hide because I did
Okay.
the bonus action attack.
Cyril, there's one little ice method remaining, and he is pissed.
All right. Well, I'll come up the stairs a bit so I can actually see this dude.
Yep.
I think I will toll the dead.
What?
I'm going to point out one creature I can see within range. It is the ice method. And the sound of a dolorous bell fills the
Dolorous
air around
bell?
it for a moment. Wisdom saving throw of 18.
I rolled a 14. They're not very wise. They live in ice.
Oh, that's a shame. This is just a cantrip, but because you already took damage, you're taking 2d12.
I don't like that.
2d12.
That's 13 points of damage.
Okay, that ice method is bloodied and very, very sad. Ah, says the ice method.
I'm gonna walk down the stairs again.
Okay. Lempus, single life method remains, clinging to
Yeah.
ice life. It's very sad.
Olympus is getting a little tired of his sacred flames going wide, so he's going to whip out his crossbow
Oh, my.
and take a hip shot. Also, this way I get to roll a die instead of you.
You do.
rolling
I
a
was like,
die.
no one has asked
is
me
more
about the
fun.
armor class of these creatures in quite some time. I guess Hermione attacks with weapon attacks, and very few other people too.
Yeah.
That is a 19 to hit. I'm imagining that's a
You
hit.
get him right in his icy little chest with a crossbow bolt.
And that does 7 piercing damage.
That is enough to dispatch the ice method, who takes a blow, spins, and crashes into the ground, shattering into 1,000 little clumps of ice next to
Lempus
the giant
spins the
pool.
crossbow around one of his fingers and then blows at the end.
That it did not have smoke.
There's no smoke of any kind.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Wow,
Wow.
that was cool.
All right. The
thanks, buddy.
Does
you
it
are
explode
out of
and hit us?
combat.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to make a little curl of smoke come off the end
Oh.
of the crossbow for him.
Appreciate that.
The cloud giant ghosts
Thanks,
that
little
have
buddy.
been kind of standing on the edge of the room, towering over all of you, just kind of solemnly go back to pacing back and forth across the room.
But they've just been watching.
They've just been watching. They did not
Oh,
join the
okay.
fight.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
It's just TV to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have defeated the protectors of Zikran's lab, but it does probably occur to at least one of you that by tripping this trap, he probably knows that you are coming and is preparing for your arrival.
Well, speaking of that, I would like to use my third eye ability. I'm going
Mhm.
to set it to see into the ethereal plane within 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I can see into the ethereal plane within 60 feet. What's on the other side of this door down here?
Well, there's not even a door. There's just stairs that go down and wrap around.
All right. Well, what's 60 feet away?
What's 60 feet down there?
Yeah, I can see through walls and stuff. Let's go.
All right. Yeah, I guess Monty.
Maybe you can't. Maybe your third eye's blind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
So
No, I
far, your
think-
life has been semi-charmed, but
I
that's
was,
ending here.
I was going to suggest that maybe his life had been fully charmed.
Monty is just
but-
no clipping through the level. This is just-
Monty, I am going to reveal an area of the map that is down to the right of where you are, that I guess Cyril can just see. And why not? I will describe the area to you.
Why not?
In classic Dungeons and Dragons
It
style,
is your job, after all.
it does give you all kinds of stuff about like the architecture and the furniture before mentioning the people in the room. So, Cyril, you are seeing down through the ethereal plane into the basement of the Cloud Giant's Keep. It is a high vaulted basement, and it is full of equipment similar to what you saw in Zikran's abandoned oceanside laboratory. There's a bed, there's a chair, there's a table size for a person of human stature as opposed to giants in one kind of corner of the room. There's stone tables arranged all about the chamber, and they're covered in half-finished machines. At the back of the room, there's a large dais built into the side of the room, and it holds what can only be described as a cannon mounted on a swivel. There is a blue glow emanating from the inside of the cannon's barrel. In the middle of the room is a glimmering white crystal, 8 feet tall, 4 feet wide, pulsing with arcane and elemental energy, filling the room with whipping winds and biting cold. Standing in proximity to the crystal are several figures, one of being a water genasi with turquoise skin and blue robes that you recognize from your previous visions. This, of course, is Zikran. Standing nearby, perhaps kind of as his bodyguards, a pair of water elementals and a fearsome-looking cyclone made into a humanoid form, an air elemental. You can
Humanoid
see
typhoon?
what?
A humanoid typhoon?
Well, except it's a air, so
Right,
I don't
got a
know.
reference.
Yeah.
Tony, the map hasn't revealed for me at least. I can see the people,
Bottom
but I
right.
can't.
Bottom
Yeah,
right?
I can see the thing. I just can't see any terrain.
Oh.
Reload your browser.
Okay.
And Cyril, I'm going to say that you are watching as Zikran is kind of scurrying around. And do you have audio and visual components of what's going on here, or how's
Not
that
at present, no.
work? You just have visual.
It's a third eye, not a third ear.
Okay. Give me a quick Arcana check as Zikran seems to be doing some arcane things.
22.
All right, I will tell you. Cyril is enough of a student of the arcane arts that even without being able to hear the specific incantations, you recognize, the somatic and component things. Zikran has just stacked a bunch of spells upon himself. He has cast you recognize all of these, Cyril. Mage armor, stone skin, and mind blank on himself.
Still
I can
not
tell you
loading
what-
for me, so I'm going to
I
quit.
could tell you what those do if you don't know off the top of your head. But he is clearly preparing for battle.
Guys, he knows we're here. He's right down there. There's 2 water elementals and a humanoid typhoon. Do we have to fight him?
typhoon?
What was
Can we go to that big bed and take a rest?
What was the name of his nemesis that he was really obsessed about? That we did the whole thing of trying to work out what he looked like, so that
The crab?
no,
Oh,
not
yeah,
the
he
crab,
was-
the other
Well,
nemesis.
he was convinced that the nemesis had taken the form of a
Ashgar?
crab.
No, that's the dragon.
No, but we found out what the actual person looked like
oh,
because
Laffa. Laffa?
Laffa. That sounds
Definitely
Yeah.
says afraid of a crab here in my notes.
I believe he in his journal was concerned that Laffa had taken the form of a crab and was spying on him.
Oh, little Andy's so going to turn into a crab, but then he might die.
All right, so you know that he is down there and getting ready. Cyril, you are clearly pretty good at arcane things. So just that some of the things that he is doing to prepare himself. Zikran is clearly a powerful magic user. Mage armor increases his armor class. He casts Mind Blank, which is going to, I believe, makes him protected against psychic attacks. And Stone Skin, I believe, gives him resistance. His skin becomes hard as stone. He is resistant to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Well, given that all my things are psychic based, I'm just going to leave.
Okay.
I have a bunch of psychic-based stuff too. All that mind spiking and stuff.
Well, there's a couple elementals you can freak out with your psychic stuff.
That's true. Tony, still not loading the bit of the map at the bottom. Is there anything at your end that needs to be flipped? Another layer?
Let me just. Do other people see
Oh, that's
the?
a loaded question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
right
see
there.
it.
Elemental crystal, elemental cannon.
Yeah, but do you see like terrain?
Yeah.
Terrain.
Little
Like tables and
like-
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, nobody else can see it.
Oh, and if you can't see it, the stream can't see it.
That's the point. Yeah. Okay.
Did you say in your scrying that the elemental cannon appeared to be activated in some way?
Indeed, it has
Yep.
blue energy.
Oh yeah,
coming
there's a
out
little
of the,
picture of it down there.
down there.
Wow.
Hmm.
That seems bad.
Yeah, I mean, if it.
Now,
Yeah.
do we have to kill him, or can we just throw the book down there and be like, "Here's your friend"?
We just have to
That
convince
is not
him
the quest that you were sent.
I don't remember.
Well, let's find out.
I mean, if we can get the frog down there. Did we bring the frog?
I don't
Frog?
remember what frog you're talking about.
I would like to open the book.
You mean the crab?
Crab.
No,
Crab,
it died in the
frog.
bottle.
Yeah, but we were going to puppet it.
Gazra Azam, Gazra Azam,
Dead.
are you here?
The book opens. Indeed, my friend. Oh, you've taken care of all those elementals. I was going to help you with that.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I shut you down. I was just really excited about fighting something for once. There are some more elementals in the next room if you want to help with those.
I can try. I'll admit I was mainly thought I would be of help against the lesser elementals, the ice methods, but I can try.
Well, Zikram is in the next room. Can you remind me? Did you assign us to kill him, or are we just supposed to convince him to let you go?
Well, I don't think he will do it easily. I think you will need to defeat him in battle. And of course, you will be well rewarded for that. I remind you, I promised you a wish spell, which is
Oh yeah.
quite a big deal.
But if we're dead, it's gonna be hard.
If you are dead, then my hopes die with you.
Oh, only one of us needs to survive to get that.
Only
wish.
one of you needs to survive. And I will point out, you could use that wish spell to resurrect the other 5, which is, I mean, I suppose limited of value at this point of the negotiation process since you're kind of breaking even. But I would also really appreciate it. I
Or you could
suggest-
also get like a room full of cotton candy, which would be awesome.
You could get in. I would
I'm
gladly.
so wishing for a meatball sub and ruining it for
I would gladly provide you with a room full of cotton candy.
Tony, I'm looking at my notes here, and it says at one point we got diagrams, a magical device powered by elementals. Then the next line is a magical cannon.
Yeah,
The
you
next
have
line is
blueprints.
command word. Is the command word for the cannon on those blueprints?
It was not, but you saw that the cannon was controlled with a cannon, and you've basically studied the blueprints to that cannon. So I think, for example, you would know, especially piecing together what you see here,
Yeah, weak
that
points.
that cannon and the big crystal in the middle of the room are connected. And even though I think we are traveling from world of magical knowledge to the world of what things are easier to hit. A crystal probably has fewer hit points than a cannon.
All right.
Mm.
So Gazra Azem,
Indeed,
you gonna help us when we go down here?
I will try.
Great.
I suspect there are several elementals protecting Zikran.
Yeah, 3. At
I
least
will
3.
try. I will try and keep one of them busy. I think that is the best I can do.
Nice.
We do have a bunch of people that need some hit points, don't we?
Yeah, we
Yep.
should heal a few people.
Okay.
Okay.
We can take a short rest.
Short rest is a full hour,
And they do know we're here.
and they do know you're here.
Yeah. That'll
But
make
he
them
can't
come
bring
up
the cannon
after us,
upstairs.
'cause
Maybe
be
they'll get bored and fall asleep waiting for us.
I
Can
mean,
you
did you
summon
get
those
did you
elementals?
get
Can I
stuff
go
to
over
load?
Yes, I did eventually. I had to
Okay.
clear my cache, but it's
Okay.
all good. So
It
I
was
can
just
see the tables.
roll
and
20
stuff.
being roll 20.
Yep. Well, I'm going to disguise myself as Laffa just because
Okay.
we went through a lot of
It
effort
will
to
make
do
you
it.
lava.
So I
And I
just
forget. Wait a minute. You don't actually know what lava
yes, we
looks
did
like.
because
Yes,
we
we
did.
do. We saw it.
Cyril knows what lava looks
He
like.
described in
No, we
great
built them out of
detail.
sand.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah. So we know.
I feel like you're gonna look like at best like a wanted
Sandcastle
poster
lava.
sketch of what
No,
what he looks like.
I think Cyril is meticulous in his
Okay.
detail, and so I look like Laffa, and I feel it gives us an
I see
element
no,
of something.
No way that this could be bad. Yes.
I mean,
Cyril,
what's the
don't
worst
have
that's
an
going to happen?
hour.
We fight them.
yeah.
We don't have an hour to kill on a short rest, but
No.
I can cast Aura of Vitality, and that takes a minute. And
Yeah.
it'll probably heal everybody in the party up to full.
I would
I
encourage
love
you to do that.
Yeah, that sounds
I
great.
also have healing word if anyone needs. And for some reason, I have where some of us are exhausted. Is that true?
Some of you were exhausted from
Yeah.
the trip, and depending on how exhausted you were, I think your skill checks are at disadvantage. I don't think you've had to do a skill check in a while. Thankfully, I don't think anyone was exhausted enough that they weren't supposed to be able to fight. Or if you were, that we have to go back and redo that whole fight.
It was just level 1, right?
Yeah.
I do have an open slot for polymorph if anyone wants to just go in as a giant ape or something.
Could you
I
be a
can
giant
also
crab?
mold earth so that we can block off the stairway and take a nap.
I will point out that Zikran is a very powerful wizard.
More powerful than Paulie. Come on.
so
Well,
powerful, why
Polly
is
is a
he hiding
powerful
out here?
druid.
So I'm going to whip out an Aura here.
Okay.
Whip it out.
Kathy, how many hit points are you down?
I could use 42, please.
4d2.
I also have
Who else is?
potion
who else
of
is in
healing.
Very slightly down.
Oh,
And that's it? Just the two of you?
yeah, I'm
I
good.
think so, yeah.
All right. Keep track of the number of these because I
Okay.
get 10. 1 is 11 hit points.
So just give myself 11 hit points. Like, give me the hit points as you do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're almost certainly going to hit.
I'll let you know when I
Your max.
get there.
Yeah, I only need 7.
There's 4 hit points. That's 2. You're up to 15. There's 4 more. You're up to 19. Wow, maybe we won't.
I'm at 71 out of
There's
94.
10 more. You're up to 29.
Okay, 81.
5 more.
86.
6 more. This is fascinating.
Is this
Yeah,
like
92.
some kind of poker
92.
thing?
This is
Yeah.
definitely getting edited out. When you're done, just sum it up.
I got 92, which is great. We'll leave it there. We'll save the
I mean,
rest
we
for-
can fill you up. I got how many are you down, Polly?
7.
Okay, there's 8.
So 1 more for Cat.
Can I
And
take that one more?
yeah, 11.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You full up?
Yep, I'm a
Everybody
full
full
up.
up? All right. Cool.
Sweet.
I snap my fingers and the aura disappears.
Let's go.
Let's go murder a dude.
All right.
Yeah.
And his
Yeah.
friends.
Come on, let me go down and try and do some like mind games.
Oh yeah, go for it. We'll be here behind the corner when it.
Wait,
Yep.
before
It's all
we
messed
go down,
Yeah, where
I
fudge is
want to. I'm gonna cast Stone Skin on myself.
Good choice. Good choice.
Oh, can I do it?
Oh, is this when we finally get to use my Echo Knight?
I don't.
Can I use it to distract?
I mean, I don't actually know what it does. I just know it's called Echo Knight, and that sounds
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I can basically create a. Hold on, let me pull it down. I magically manifest an echo of myself in an unoccupied space. It's a magical, translucent gray image of me that lasts until it's destroyed, and it can basically fight for me and teleport, and I can use it as a shadow martyr, so it can like save other people, and has an opportunity attack.
So it seems like it was great. I mean, I've seen
Attacks.
one of the key hallmarks here is that this seems like a great power to use in situations where you know what you're going into, whereas you all historically have been surprised by everything that has happened.
Yes.
All right.
Does somebody have a dead crab on them?
Let me check my inventory.
I think
mean,
we
it's possible.
I think we kept it. It died in the jar, but I think we kept it. Can I have the dead crab, please?
Who had the jar?
Um,
Oh, we
The
have
jar.
to wait again,
everybody's going
so-
through their bags.
Flash cut, base of the mountain, a jar half covered with snow, dead crab inside.
All right.
I
we don't
really
have-
think you're going to go down the stairs and then we're going to wrap up the episode.
All right. I go down the stairs, and I,
Wait,
All right, in the form of Laffa.
in the form of Laffa.
And let's just see how you're using magic to look like Laffa.
Yes.
Let me just see how convincing your magic.
Does that
of
last
looking
for a
like Laffa-
minute? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, how long does
It's a
that last?
disguise self. I don't know how long that lasts.
Yeah, that's just a thing. Concentration, I think.
Cool.
What
I send my echo down with it.
is your echo visible or invisible?
Yeah. It's visible.
Okay, so Laffa and an echo of Hermione. Do you need a duplicate of yourself to be an echo?
Yes, please.
Watch this.
What is the echo's name?
whoa.
So, just can I
magic.
ride on the back of an echo, or is it?
I don't know how echoes
You
work.
have to ask. You can't just.
Wow.
Rude.
The blue tinted Hermione is the echo. Just so we're clear, in case.
Thank you.
I just want to
video
know if
game-
this
video
is
game
logic.
corporeal.
There's not going to be a section in that paragraph that Kathy's reading where it says Nyasa can or can't ride the echo.
I'm going to say whether it's corporeal.
It might say
says-
whether it's corporeal.
It says
but-
magical, translucent, and gray.
But it can hit things.
It can attack.
Therefore,
and I think it's corporeal.
Corporeal.
Yeah. All right. So Laffa. Now here's my test. James, what do you think Laffa looks like?
If it's translucent, can we see your guts working?
Whoa.
Whoa.
I don't know.
no,
That's cool.
Ooh, are you like
How many
that?
stomachs do you have?
That visible man,
Rude.
but a visible centaur?
What do I think Laffa is like?
Sunglasses.
That
Yeah,
is
what do you think Laffa looks like?
that is an interesting question. Which, I
You can phone a friend for this question that I also don't think you'll be able to answer with help.
We all know what Laffa looks like.
like we all saw
it.
Laffa.
Oh, you do. And what
Yeah,
did
they
Laffa look
built,
like?
built him out of sand.
Like,
Yeah.
he looked
Can
like
you
that
tell
sand
me-
sculpture.
Can you tell me one thing that Laffa looked like?
He looked
Sand.
Like a person.
He looked sarcastic.
He was really gritty and grainy, and he gets everywhere.
All right. Your ability to look like Laffa will be done with
He had a
disadvantage.
giant handlebar mustache.
He had eyes.
He had eyes.
A giant
riding a
handlebar
horse at the
mustache is
time. He
pretty.
was riding a horse.
He was a
sense of
wizard.
Je ne sais quoi.
A sense of je ne sais quoi.
There was
Exquisite
something
fashion.
about the ears.
Exquisite fashion. Yeah.
Cowboy
Any-
boots.
Cowboy boots. Yep. Cowboys haven't been invented yet, but perhaps.
I mean, like if you're riding a
Perhaps-
centaur,
perhaps
cowboy
Laffa
boots.
invents them.
Actually, Tony, the Cowboys named after the boots.
Oh. This is
Wait,
one of those
what came
things where
first,
we
the
discover
Cowboys
that
or the boots?
Cowboys and Dungeons and Dragons were contemporaneous, like samurais and cowboys.
Yeah.
Wait, are you saying that the boots came for the Cowboys?
Yeah.
And they were
I
called
can't tell
cowboy
when
boots.
Monty's doing a bit or when he's being helpful.
I know. It could be either,
It could
really.
be either. All right. Lafa, of course, is an adventuring wizard you saw in a vision where he was standing near looking out on the horizon at a stone hand. I believe Lafa is a dwarf and is a wizard who comes in full, adventuring wizard garb. And so Nyasa, you attempt to disguise yourself as Nyasa. Do you roll anything to determine how convincing that disguise is?
I think I'm disguising myself as Lafa, not Nyasa, because
Sorry,
Nyasa
yes.
I could probably do.
Well, partial credit.
I should at
And,
least have advantage.
and you are riding a ghostly translucent centaur
Yep.
down into the basement of Lafa's archenemy. Unclear if, well, at least into the basement of Zikran. Lafa may or may not be aware
This is
of
a
Zikran's
solid plan, by the way,
animosity.
you've come up with. Send his most hated enemy down by
Yeah.
himself.
But
Nyasa,
people like to
Clip clop.
monologue.
I'm
You're
also
gonna get
still upset we
cannoned
didn't
in
get
the
to recover
face.
spell slots.
yeah, clip clop, you head down the stairs.
Remember
and,
to kill the crystal.
I will.
And Zikran is there staring at you with just kind of almost disbelieving eyes as he screams out, "Lava! I knew it was you! This makes so much sense."
You thought I was a crab, but I'm not.
I obviously knew that you were only briefly a crab, and now you return to me in non-crab form, and for that you will pay. Zikran is holding like a strange little device. It looks kind of like a metal rod, kind of remote control thing with a bird head, and Zikran kind of gestures in your direction, Nyasa, and you hear the sound of gears turning as a large cannon swivels on a base at the back of the room and points in your direction, and kind of a high-pitched whine as it charges up.
I say, oh, so you managed to build it.
And you will manage to die. Roll initiative. Great plan, James.
Well, I thought his ego would want to show off how it worked, but not
Yeah,
quite
he will
like
by
this.
killing you.
The whole
All
idea
right.
was to draw fire away from the rest of us, right? Because
Yeah,
if that's
yeah.
the
Yeah.
case,
Well,
then
I'm hoping that I get to throw some things at the crystal. That's my
Okay.
main plan.
We will start off the next session with you rolling initiative. Feel free to do that now. Live stream / bootleg. I think we will take a short break and then we will return and play some more D&D and hopefully conclude this adventure.
We'll see.
I got a
I
nat
rolled a-
20, so I'm throwing at that crystal.
All right.
I got a nat 20, which means I will be going at 19.
All right. I'm going to go find something to imbibe. I will return momentarily.
All right.
right on.
Is there anything we should wear, Tiff, for the next session?
Good question.
Ooh, clothing change.
Just add a little sparkle. Add a little sparkle.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Add
See
more
what I can
sparkle?
do.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
I can put my crown back on for
And
the
we're
intro,
back.
but then it gives me a headache.
I'll put my sparkly coat behind me so it looks like I'm in a little throne. There we go.
Just
Love
your
it.
natural state, Tiff.
Yes.
Obviously,
Tiff has a lot of
I
things
just
figured
bring
out
a-
about life that I just have not. It's you know,
Yes.
Tiff's world. We're just living in it. Yeah.
Obviously.
All right, should we push on? We're trying to wrap up this adventure.
Yep, let's do it.
We're-
I
we're-
suggest-
I've never played a wear a sequin dress for D&D.
This is your first sequin dress for D&D?
Honestly, I've never played D&D while wearing earrings and a necklace, so...
It works
You
out.
guys are on television. You should be dressed like
Honestly,
this all
the
the
sequins
time.
are kind of like stabbing me in the
Television?
thighs.
Yeah, this is peak TV.
This is
YouTube television now. Deal with it.
bootleg YouTube. There are 9 people watching. So,
I actually
Never
think
get
this
10 with that
necklace look is actually quite nice. So
well,
Yeah.
That does look nice.
yeah, James, you
nice.
look like somebody who could sell acid or run a record shop that's about to go out of business.
yeah, I'm
feel like I need to get
thinking
my hair
more like sort of old punk.
Oh, I love that movie so much.
I'm excited for our incomprehensible on that date. Look.
I know. Rex Manning Day is coming up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Joe.
let's not dwell. Not today.
Not today. It's Rex Manning Day.
Yeah. Let us do the thing. Unless
Yes,
anyone
let's.
has anything. I'm going to suggest that we try and wrap this adventure. So unless it gets to an hour and we are nowhere near going, we may push on if this is a slightly longer episode. I will say there is the conclusion of this episode or this adventure involves you figuring out what you want to do with a wish spell, which I could see you arguing about for between 1 and 75 minutes. So, you know, there
Or
is that.
ruining it within 30 seconds.
Yep.
Right. Which I'm just gonna say I'm okay ruining it in 15 seconds, mainly because I have to go paint a vinyl floor for my kids' dance team when we're
All
done
right.
with this. So
So you got
137 exactly.
No wishing for a fully painted vinyl floor.
yeah.
oh, that would be amazing, but it's not gonna happen.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I'm Tony Sindelar, your dungeon master. I use he, him pronouns, and today we are hopefully concluding Zikran's Zephyrean Tome, one of the Candlekeep mysteries. Our adventurers have journeyed far and wide and have finally found Zikran, as you do, in a basement underneath a fort in the mountains with haunted neighbors above. Have I been consistent in saying Zikran's name, or have I said Zikram about half the time? No one can know. Certainly those episodes were not recorded. Our adventurers have made their way into the basement. Nyas, the Nightweaver, has chosen to disguise herself as Lafa, a dwarven wizard that Zikran is a bit obsessed with, thinking that that would do something other than infuriate him and cause him to fire an elemental cannon at him. And that thinking was wrong because Zikran is infuriated and have fired an elemental cannon at him. Let us have our players introduce themselves. I will have them introduce themselves in initiative order because they have already rolled initiative and we are starting off the fight. First up, it's James Thompson.
I am James Thompson, he, him. I am also Nyasa Nightweaver, she, her. A high elf rogue who is currently disguised as somebody for no tactical advantage whatsoever. And it sounded good on paper.
Did it? Also joining us, Monty Ashley.
Hi, I'm Monty Ashley. My pronouns are he, him. My character is Cyril, the Turtle Wizard. He's acting second for the second episode in a row, despite the fact that he has a -1 to initiative. So that's pretty good for Cyril.
Yeah.
The end.
Also joining us, it's Kathy Campbell.
Hello, Tony. I am here and I am playing Hermione, who is a centaur fighter and is currently projecting an echo of herself with a crab. No, a former crab. I don't know. Ex-crab riding on top.
All right. Also joining us, it's Tiff Armett. Hi, Tiff.
Hey, playing Poorly Quartz, a rock gnome druid who is currently stone-skinned, so watch out, you cannot pierce me.
And last but certainly not least, it's Steve Lutz.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, but it is Steve Lutz, and I'm still playing Lempus Barden. a tiefling bard. And that's all there is to it.
All right. I have introduced you in initiative order, but of course, interspersed with that are Zikran and his elemental forces. He has a powered up magical elemental cannon. He's got 2 water elemental bodyguards, and he has a special friend he's summoned here, an air elemental we are calling the humanoid typhoon. All of them look unhappy about intruders here in his laboratory. Nyasa Nightweaver, you are at the top of the order. You get to go first.
So I think we came in about this amount. So
Sure.
I don't know if Hermione's underneath me at this
Well,
point.
the echo of Hermione, right?
Yeah.
So I am going to first move to here. So I am in line with the crystal and the gun.
I will say the cannon is up on a dais, so it does have the ability to fire over the crystal at you if that's what you're thinking.
On a dais, on a dais.
Well,
That's what I was thinking. Thank you.
that was a good plan of mine, which again, not really helping. Okay, I am going to just unload on this crystal and see what I can do. Does the crystal have an AC?
The crystal has an AC. Most physical objects in the world have an armor class. We don't talk about them very much because they're less threatening to us than monsters, but they usually have some kind of armor class. Yes.
I mean, you'd think I could hit a stationary crystal at
You'd think
30
so.
feet. All right, let's try. That was a nat 20.
Wow.
So, what does a nat 20 do to sneak attack?
You double your damage dice, including your sneak attack dice.
That's not one number you add at the end. Everything
Well,
else
not
is
the
one.
one that
I
everything
don't
else.
care about that number if I'm doubling
So
all the
instead
other
of,
numbers.
I think for you it's like 66 plus 4.
Yeah.
I guess it's 12d6 plus 4.
Do I roll the
Well,
dice
that's it.
twice or do I double what I roll?
You roll the dice twice.
Okay. I don't
fun,
have
that's
enough dice.
You can roll them once, add up the number, and then roll them again.
Let's try that.
Or
Tony
you can use
teaches
this
problem
app
solving.
on your
you
new
could get
Apple Vision
more
Pro.
dice.
Or get more dice.
You literally own more dice. You just don't have them. In
They're
little
just not
bombs,
here.
right?
I didn't think I was going to need 12d6.
You
Well,
should have
there's your
12d6
problem.
behind a little thing on your desk that says break in case of critical, James.
Yes.
I do. All right, let's do it twice and we'll see. All right. Oh,
That was such an evil laugh.
12, 22, 26, 27 plus 30, 33, 37, 38, 48 plus 4, 52 damage.
What type of damage?
Psychic.
What are you attacking?
A crystal.
Okay, and so your magic psychic blades cut through the air perfectly, slamming into the crystal, which has no brain and is immune to psychic damage.
I thought it was just him that was immune to psychic damage.
It occurs to you that
he was the only thing.
it occurs to you that most physical objects are immune to psychic damage because they don't
They
have
don't have a brain.
they don't have a brain.
Okay, I'm just.
Yeah, I carry around. a
Feels like
dagger.
that would have occurred to her before actually casting that.
I mean, I think so too.
Would you James, would you like to roll to convince me that Nyasa Nightweaver is smarter than you are?
Yes. I would like to do that. Who's
All
rolling?
right. Please roll persuasion for Nyasa Nightweaver.
Okay. Nyasa's quite good at persuasion, unlike me. That is 29.
All right, I am convinced by Nyasa Nightweaver, who gives a heartfelt speech about how James Thompson not so great. I will allow Nyasa to target the air elemental right next to the crystal instead. How's that?
That sounds good. Did I get the nat 20? Or do I have to roll it?
No, I'm letting you do that. What was the total number at the end?
52.
Do we know? 52. That is a lot of damage that I am not going to make you throw away. 52 damage to the air elemental, the humanoid typhoon. It is bloodied. It is pissed. It is very upset at this situation.
I am. Let's see. What are the squares that I'm standing next to?
There's a lab bench.
The lab bench. I'm going to hide under a lab bench.
Good choice, because you know what's about to happen is a cannon is about to
Yeah.
shoot at you.
So I'm going to roll under this bench, and then I'm going to keep rolling so nobody knows where I am.
That is how rolling works, I guess, in your brain.
Yeah, but like underneath. All right.
All right.
I rolled a 30
Okay.
to hide.
So the cannon is next.
Hermione, you should probably get under a table.
That's not
Well,
Hermione.
That's Hermione. No.
Good news. You can do a DC 17 dexterity saving throw to avoid getting hit by the cannon, Nyasa.
DC 17, you say?
Yeah.
Dexterity saving throw, +4 on that. That is a 21.
All right. Nyasa rolls behind this big lab bench table. The cannon powers up, discharges, and just a beam of blue cold energy shoots through the lab and just evaporates a hole in the lab bench several feet from where Nyasa was in the past. So Nyasa, you're completely unscathed because you do not take damage on a miss.
Yep.
Other people would have taken damage. All right, that is your turn. That is the cannon's turn. Cyril, there's some kind of strange one-act play happening downstairs that Nyasa is involved in. It's not too late to leave this mountain and never come back.
This one-act play was cancelled after one performance.
Well, psychic damage is kind of what I do too. So,
I will point
Hermione?
out, you know that the crystal has no brain, so it's immune to psychic damage, and Zikran has cast mind blank on himself, protecting himself. But water elementals and air elementals, they got brains, they got feelings.
I got brains too. That's why I'm going to have Hermione do my work.
Oh,
I'm casting haste on Hermione.
Ooh.
Hermione, your speed is doubled.
Okay.
You have a +2 bonus to armor class. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and you get an additional action on each of your turns that can only be used to attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. I recommend attack. Just one
Yeah,
attack, though, not two attacks.
That sounds great.
There you go.
I'm
Super
gonna
Centaur.
ask you again in the future when it is my turn what the heck all of that is, but I'm ready.
all right.
That's all.
The elementals as a team go next. Now, James, is Nyasa where you think Nyasa is on the map? Is that or
No, Nyasa is like here, under the
under the table?
and very well hidden.
And let's just see here. I think they are going to look for you because you're there. But I don't think they have a great chance at finding you because they're not very smart. Let's see here. I just rolled a bunch of perception checks for them. I got a 17. How good was your hide check?
It was 28.
All right.
Oh, no,
so
sorry,
they
it was
don't-
30.
They don't know where you are. They are. They would love to destroy you because you appear to be Lafa, and their master is very upset about that. But not seeing you, I think they are then going to basically go forward and attack Hermione. Hermione, no, is that how we're calling your
Yeah,
Echo Knight?
Hermione, not it. I don't
So
know.
a water elemental rushes forward and
Hermione,
does.
nay, nay.
Yes.
And does 2 slam attacks on you. I rolled a 13 and a 27.
Ooh, the 27
plus-
hits.
You have a +2 to AC. I don't think it'll be enough.
No. Because it has an AC of 18. But
All right.
and also only has 1 hit point. But at least it survived 1. No.
Okay, so I guess the damage doesn't matter since it
Nope.
just wasted a critical. The water elemental
Yes!
slams into Hermione or Hermione, and you kind of evaporate in a
Yep.
cloud of magical hallucination.
Yep.
All right. Well, the other elementals aren't sure what to do because so far the people that have come into this room have hidden and been evaporated. So I think this one water elemental is going to kind of surge back next to Zikran, while the humanoid typhoon, the air elemental, is going to rush forward. I bet they are fast. Are they fast? Yeah, they're fast, 90 feet. They are going to go up, and what do you know? There's a bunch of people on these stairs that the humanoid typhoon just found out about. Let's see here. The air elemental is going to move in here, and it's just going to just kind of suddenly, Hermione and Cyril, there is just wind all around you and just kind of a roaring sound in your ears. And you are inside of a typhoon. It's not great. Give me a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Uh, 16.
All right. Wow.
18.
Okay. Both of you, you hold steady as the wind roars around you. At times, you feel buffeted about as if the wind is trying to just like knock you off of your feet. But you hold steady and you take no damage and hold your position.
And now I'm dried off. Because
And actually, well, let's see. You were successful. You do each take. You're going to take some damage, I should say, but you didn't get flung across the room. You are going to take 7 damage each.
Oh no, some of my temporary hit points.
oh no, 7 damage. I've taken more damage from a friend
Recently.
recently.
All right, Hermione, it is your turn. You are inside a breezy air elemental.
Your mane looks sick.
Yeah.
Your
Unlike
speed is
a
doubled.
unlike a water elemental where starting your turn inside of it is bad, this thing does not grapple you. So you are not grappled.
So I'm not grappled. So
it's
I
just
can
windy. You are in a place that is windy.
cool. Excellent. So I can use my double speed to make it down to the crystal and still like have all of my action and stuff, because my speed is 40, which means the 75 to here is fine. And then what?
So
I
you
can just
moved and then took the dash action? Is that what it was? Or is your move so fast now with your new haste? I missed what
Her
haste
move
does.
is 40. With haste, it's 80.
With haste, it's 80. So you're just across the room with your move action.
I'm just boom, I'm there. And I'm going to attack the crystal.
Okay. The crystal does have an armor class, which may come up if you roll low.
Let's find out. How is what's 5 plus 9? 14.
14 is high enough to hit the
Oh.
crystal.
Excellent.
I suggest not doing a bunch of psychic attacks to it.
I will not. I will use my short sword
All right.
for 9 points.
9 points. The crystal kind of flickers and seems sad. There's a little crack running down one side of it. So that was one attack.
Cool. Let's hit it again.
Yep.
Critical fail. So nope.
All right. You miss. Woo. You need a battle.
Haste gives you an extra attack.
All right. So now that extra attack, does that mean I get the 2 attacks? With
I
the
believe
extra
it's
attack?
2 attacks, right?
'Cause it's
Yes,
an
so you
attack
had
action.
your regular attack and your extra attack. Now you get another extra attack, and you still
Yeah.
have your bonus action if you want to whip.
Okay. 17 plus 9 is definitely going to hit.
Yep.
7 points.
All right.
And I'm going to whip.
Yep.
12 plus 8 is 20.
Funny.
3 plus 4 is 7.
All right. You think you have done a significant amount of damage to that crystal in terms of its overall health. And in fact, as the crystal starts to it seems like it's kind of like vibrating in the little like socket that it is wired into. And you know what, Hermione, just give me a DC 10 dex saving throw. No reason.
For no reason?
No
Cool.
reason.
You have advantage on dexterity saving throws because of haste.
Wow,
thank
haste
God.
is. You know what? Haste is the spell that you want cast on you when you're trying to destroy a crystal.
Yeah, this is great
There's
because
a drawback once the
I
spell ends, but we'll talk about that later.
we'll talk about that later. That's fine. I got a critical fail, so I really appreciate that.
All right, you. The crystal
But-
is starting to.
But that was
But-
I get advantage, so I get to roll again.
You do.
Which you said dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
16 plus 4 is 20.
Plenty. All right. A beam of cold energy, like it kind of like rips out of a little crack in the crystal somewhere near your little head, but it does not get you. So,
Cool.
All right. Holly, you are up on the stairs. There is
Oh.
an air. Oh, Hermione,
I
one more.
forgot because I went more than 30 feet, so I charged, so I get to hit it with my hoofs.
Oh, hoof away.
What is my thingy? 6 plus 8. What is that? 14?
Yep.
14
14.
That hit?
is enough. Yeah.
Okay. 3 plus 4 is 7.
All right.
So-
The crystal is not looking good.
Good.
All right. Paulie, you are back on the stairs. There is a giant whirlwind in front of you. Cyril is currently inside of it. You and Lempus and Centipede Little Antony are just standing there on the stairs. I'm not sure what you're going to do.
I am going to cast Spike Growth right on the crystal. And so everything within 20 feet of that is going to get 2d4 piercing damage.
2
Everything.
4.
Including
You
the
mean-
crystal? Just
And Hermione.
The ground is a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range, which is 150 feet. Sprouts hard spikes and thorns, and the area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. And when a creature moves into or within the area, so they have to move, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Does that include friends?
It
What
includes
if you
friends,
center that a
so-
little to the
Yeah,
left?
you don't have
so
to
it's
center
in-
it on the crystal.
Yeah.
I wanted to hit the okay, so I'll move it over
Yeah.
a little bit.
You can.
Yeah, so
Move
I'm
it
not
over.
hit. Just asking. Just
Okay,
just-
yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't.
I
I, don't, I
know.
have no
Always
idea
like
if this.
fine.
I have no idea if this square that I drew was actually the right size. So I just figured I'd put a square there.
Just get Hermione out of there.
So does that affect Zikran and the water elemental and the crystal right now?
If they move. Oh shoot, the crystal can't move.
Crystal is unlikely to move.
It
Yeah.
doesn't have a brain either. Did you know that?
You guys are not used to attacking furniture,
Inanimate
is what I'm
objects.
learning from this.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Still gonna do it.
Yeah,
All right.
because it hits Zikran and the other.
Do you want to kind of maybe drop it in the direction of Zikran then? Would that be
Yeah. just
all
do
right?
it.
So Zikran and water elemental, suddenly there are thorns, spiky thorns growing up out of the ground all around them.
Yeah, and so the transformation of the ground is camouflage to look natural.
so they don't
and
know
any
it.
creature that
Ooh.
can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom check in order to against the spell
Yeah.
to save DC to recognize the hazard when entering it. So I guess the people in it know it's going to happen, and as soon as they move, they're going to be affected, and they can't do anything about it. But if something moves into it, then it needs to do a check.
All right. So speaking of, I think it's Zikran's turn. Zikran does not like that there are suddenly spiky spikes all around. Zikran is going to kind of, I think, kind of run for cover. How fast is Zikran? Not that fast. Zikran's going to head over that direction to try and.
So how many 5 feet did he travel in that circle?
I guess 2, right? Because he was right in the middle, so he had to go at least 10 feet to get out.
It's 20 foot. Yeah, it's 20 foot to get out. So if it was centered on him.
Oh, then I guess a lot more. I did not draw nearly as big enough a square then, right?
So give me every 5 he traveled, he gets damage.
I think he had to do 20 feet of travel then, so four damages.
Well, it's 20-foot radius, right? Yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
put him in the middle of it, then
Yeah.
he's got to travel 20 feet to get out.
Oh my God, we are going to be rolling a lot of dice.
So he is just tearing up his feet
Yeah.
to do this. All right.
Yeah, he's torn up. All right, so he gets 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet. So he did what? 5 feet?
4 or 5 feet.
4 or 5 feet.
4 or 5 feet.
And 2d4s each time.
Yep. So roll that 4 times.
Okay, so 2.
And he is like, my footsies!
All right, so the first 5 feet, 5, 5, 5, 5. All right, let's add this up. Okay, so that's 2 and 1 and 1 and 2 and come on, 1.
It's like
Come
Clue in
on,
here.
1, 4. Yeah, 4. All right, let me add that up for you. Give me a hot second. All right. 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 4 equals 16.
All right. His feet are torn up as he gets goes through that, but he gets out, which is the key thing he wanted to do. So he's out, and he is standing there. His turret is his elemental cannon is sweeping back and forth, looking for Laffa, and he says, "Laffa, come out! We will deal with this. But first, I will deal with your meddlesome friends." And he points at Hermione, and a bolt of lightning cuts across the room as he casts lightning bolt. Let's see here.
I was going to counterspell stuff, but I'm way over here in the corner, so I can't see him.
All right. So lightning bolt. You need to make a. You can attempt to make a dexterity saving throw, Hermione, which I guess you still have advantage at because you're super hasted. He is a very high level spellcaster, so you need to get a 17 to get to avoid it, and you're going to take half damage on a miss.
Okay. You said dexterity.
Yep.
You have advantage.
Okay, thank goodness, because I rolled a 5. And 2. Cool. Putting
Cool.
that dice in jail.
All right.
Yeah, that's
A lightning bolt hits you right in the side for 24 lightning damage.
Oof.
I feel like I rolled pretty low there on the old 8d6 for 24 lightning damage. Get away from
What?
there! That's my crystal, says Zikran.
And I go,
Lempus, it is your turn.
Cool. Yeah, well, Lempus will quickly play a little chord on his whatever this thing is. I think it's some sort of a lute. But yeah, and he will fire up another Mantle of Inspiration, which means that anyone in the area who doesn't have the full 11 temporary hit points can go ahead and bump yourself up to that 11.
love that.
How far out does that go?
Oh, does that hit
it's
me?
anybody who can see me and whom I can see. So if Nyasa is hiding
I am
again,
Nyas is hiding. Nyas is
well, you
hiding,
get
but
nothing once
Hermione is
again.
not.
Yeah. So
Can little Anthony get them too, just in case?
Sure.
Make a note of it.
there you go. Might as well.
I'm glad it went to
Pat
somebody.
that little centipede on the shoulder and say, "You can have one too."
Right. What that also means is those of you who were impacted by it can now, if you want to, use your reaction to move up to your full speed without causing
Provoking
an
anything.
opportunity attack, which means you can get the heck away from that human, well, that
Typhoon
typhoony duty.
duty.
So,
Wait, so we're moving away from the duty?
if you want
you
to,
would like to.
Yeah, I very much would like to.
Can you move yourself, Lempus, with this thing?
I can.
All right. So you basically all kind of run down the stairs like, let's not be here.
I'm hiding under a table.
Now, I will point out, just tactically, as a tip for you all, the humanoid typhoon, you have seen in that and the water elemental's ability to, if you are clustered together, it can get both of you. So standing
So stop
next to
clustering.
someone, so stop clustering as the tokens continue to slide around the map, stop clustering with each other. So you probably don't want to be right next to anyone because you're making it easy for the things to get you.
Typhoon cutie.
All right, all good.
Yeah, that was my bonus action.
Oh wow.
Let's see. Yeah, I need to check on something real quick. Okay, cool. 120 feet. All right. And then I'm going to bust out with my signature move, which is to drop a hypnotic pattern
Oh, on
in
Zikran?
between Zikran and the water elemental to the south. And so they need to do a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay. does. Well, I will tell you, Zikran has advantage on saving throw against spells or magical effects. So I think advantage and disadvantage cancel out.
Okay.
So I rolled.
I'm guessing he's got some wisdom in, and
He
alas,
rolled a
seems to have
19.
cleared the bar,
He is very wise.
which
His
is
water
rough,
elemental friend less so. That's
but
rolling.
also gets an 18.
But rolled
it's
with
disadvantage.
15
Right.
is 15. I
Yeah,
don't know
that's a
what I had.
miss. So he is currently incapacitated.
Oh, he's hypnotized. Okay.
So
Hypnotized.
unfortunately, that did not hit Zikran, which was my main goal. But okay.
He is he's a powerful wizard, and he had a little bit of time to prepare because someone, we don't really remember who, but someone set off all his warning defenses.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So long ago, I don't remember.
All good, Lempus?
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right, Nyasa Nightweaver, you are cowering underneath a table.
Right. I disguise myself as...
Still look like Lafa, I guess.
I disguise myself as Zikran.
Okay.
I roll out from under the table, and I say, "You fool! You thought I was Lafa, but I am Zikran. Destroy the imposter."
Zikran, you know what? Roll. I guess roll persuasion on the. You're trying to convince the water elementals.
Yep.
Roll persuasion.
That is... I have plus 11 on persuasion. That is a 23.
The water elementals look confused, and Zikran is like, "Well, I just summoned you guys. Get it together."
And?
And we don't know what will happen. So,
That is... yeah, that's me.
all right. The elemental cannon rotates on its turret and fires an icy ray in the direction of fake Zikran, which is to say fake Lafa, which is to say Nyasa.
Fake crab.
Fake
Yeah.
crab. And then Nyasa.
So Nyasa, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
That is... Oh, I get... plus 4 on that. That is 22.
That is plenty. You would take half damage on a failed save or on a successful one, but I believe you have a roguelike ability that keeps that from happening. So there's just a scorching frozen hole in the ground next to you.
I shout at the cannon, "You fool! Don't shoot at me!"
Zikran is like holds up the remote control that he is using and like points at it and then gives you a like WTF look. The cannon doesn't have a brain. You can't do psychic damage to it. You know that.
Of course I know that. I built it.
Cyril, it is your turn. Really unclear what Nyasa is attempting to accomplish here. Except confusion? Chaos?
That is kind of Nyasa's thing.
Bag? Yeah.
Yeah.
Has Zikran taken damage?
Yes. Mainly self-inflicted damage from running across a thorny ground created by Polly.
That's fine. Then it looks like I can get to within 60 feet of him, which I
Okay.
will do. Let me just verify that I am 60 feet away from this jerk.
Looks like it.
And I will cast Firebolt on the crystal.
On the crystal.
On the crystal, I'm casting Firebolt.
All right. What would you like me to do? The crystal does not have a dexterity save, if that's what you're asking.
Nope, this is a straight spell attack roll.
All right.
And I didn't roll a lot of damage. It's a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh, great. 1 second while I find my D10. $12 points of damage, please.
The crystal explodes in kind of blue glowing fragments. Hermione, why don't you just give me a quick dexterity check because you were right next to the crystal. I believe you were
With
still hastened.
advantage.
Yeah, with advantage.
Yep. 8 plus 2 is 10, or 19 plus 2 is 21.
You
We're gonna go for
expertly,
the 21.
yeah, you shield your eyes and kind of side gallop and do not get a face full of crystal. You notice the cannon, like the blue light within the cannon immediately cuts out, and the cannon itself kind of droops.
Nice.
Sweet.
Oh, sorry, buddy. You got a little problem with your cannon there.
Did that
I was looking at your
explosion-
blueprints. I have some tips I could help you out with that if you wanted.
I say I really appreciate that. It would be quite helpful.
No, it is me who would appreciate it. I am Zikran. Do not give hints to the imposter.
Did that explosion
um,
also hit the elemental next to the crystal?
It did not hit the elemental. The elemental wasn't quite, I think, right in its face. Slash
Well, speaking
the type
of
of
that
damage
elemental,
it was gonna do wouldn't affect it. So
isn't there a genie that should be helping us out? Can I
Yeah, you
bonus
d-
action to open the book and say,
You wanna
"Let's
open
get
the
out
book?
here, dude"? Yeah, I do.
all right,
go.
the genie. There's two
get
water
weird.
elementals. Who are you gonna point the genie in the direction of?
Humanoid typhoon.
All right. You open the book and a genie that is Gazra Azam kind of bursts out of the book and says, "It is I, Gazra Azam, champion of the elemental play. Whoa, this is a big one. I'll do what I can." And he
Are you
flies
sure
over
you can
in the
give us a wish.
and he flies over in the direction of the air elemental, the humanoid typhoon, to try and contain it.
I'm just thinking you
for-
could kill me,
I don't have.
and then he would think Zikran was dead, and you get the wish. Never mind.
And then we have to
And then
wish
we
for you
wish
to be
for a
alive, and
giant
we wreck
mausoleum.
it.
Well, you don't have to.
I am done.
All right. The humanoid typhoon is next, and Gazra Azam is right there in its face. I think he's going to roll a slam attack on Gazra Azam. Let's see here. He hits Gazra Azam, but they are basically locked in mortal elemental combat. The water elementals are next. One of them is hypnotized and in the middle of a field of thorns. So that's a lifestyle. The other one looks at Zikram, looks at fake Zikram, which is to say Nyasa, and feeling uncertain about what to do, surges forward to try and drown Polly.
Aw, I'm under the table.
It's water. It has no difficulty going under the table. It is under the table. It's above the table. It's everywhere. Paulie, give me a quick DC 15 strength check.
DC 15 strength check?
DC 15.
Nope.
You are going to take 13 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled by the water elemental. You are slowly.
Oh, I
drowning.
get no bludgeoning damage, actually. I have
because of your
resistance.
stone skin?
Yeah.
Do you take no bludgeoning damage, or
No
you're
bludgeoning damage.
All right. Well, like
What?
a rock,
Like a
you
rock!
are like a rock.
Solid
You
as
take
a
no
rock!
damage. Unfortunately, like a rock, you're also bad at swimming. So, yeah. So you take no damage,
Right
but
to
you
the bottom.
are sinking.
Wait, don't I just fall out?
Well, yeah, except it's over you, so you're like at the bottom of a very localized pond. So, I mean, I guess
you lose some.
we do. I mean, this is literally like an unstoppable force versus an immovable object, in that the water elemental can only do bludgeoning damage, which you cannot be phased by. So it's really just a question of how long can Polly hold his breath for. So yeah.
Well, I'm a rock, so
You're to be fair, you have rock skin. You don't have rock lungs. You got stone skin, not stone lungs. Hermione, you are next to the shards of a broken crystal. There is a hypnotized water elemental. There are two agitated water genasi wizards nearby. Though one of them looks like maybe he has slightly pointy ears. One of them looks a little sketchy in a way that is familiar to you.
I don't know what you're saying.
I am going to do something.
Classic.
Yep. Hey, Paulie, does the thorns stay there forever? Just asking for a friend.
Yeah, don't go
Okay.
there.
Okay, cool. I'll let him
Oh, wait,
vibe.
wait. It's like,
And I will, because I don't have anything that can go after Zikram, so I will charge up the water guy over here. Because even though
Just
I'm
a
dry,
question. Why do you think you have
What?
nothing that will go after Zikran?
Can't you charge him and attack him with your sword?
well, I thought he like resists all bludgeoning, piercing, and
yeah, he also has stone
Slashing.
skin.
Which
From
is-
non-magical weapons.
oh,
The big thing was he's immune to psychic. So the people who have
Gotcha.
psychic attacks are like, well, we can't do anything.
I missed that.
No,
Very
he
important
is-
point.
I mean, it's tricky because he has a lot of defenses against everything right now, including
Right.
he is harder to just hit, but he is immune to psychic damage, which two of your friends specialize in.
Gotcha.
He is
Well-
harder to hit with swords, but not immune. He is not immune to swords.
All right. Well, I am fine then. I'm going to come up and beat him with my sword.
All right. He will not care for that.
18 plus 9.
Jeez, that's a lot.
Pretty sure that's going to hit. Just throwing that out there.
I'm just gonna remind myself. What does he literally used what Paulie did? Stone
You
skin.
know, I was like, he doesn't get the piercing damage that I did from the floor. Shit.
Yeah. Where
Ah.
is stone skin on here?
He didn't do the bombs with his feet.
Yeah, you forgot that part. Do you want me to read mine again?
Let's see. Resistance to non-magical blood. So wait, Paulie, you're also resist. Wait, Paulie, do you think you're immune or do you think you're resistant to bludgeoning damage?
It says stone skin, the spell turns the fighters. The target has resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Resistance is
Oh,
not the same as
no.
immunity. All right. So just roll the tape back a little bit. Paulie, take 7
Yep.
damage.
Give it to me.
Paulie, you are, still probably the person to be going head to head with a water elemental
I'm fine.
because its ability to hurt you is way less than other creatures. Yeah, you're still. Well, wait. Actually, wait. Hold on a second. Does it matter that it's magical? Non-magical. It's all right. So, but you're using a magic sword,
Yep.
Hermione. So, you can your magical sword cuts through the stone skin. So,
Okay.
D&D is complicated.
D&D is
Any chance that
complicated.
any chance that this breaks his concentration on something?
I don't think he's currently concentrating on anything.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Just asking.
Sure.
10 points of magical.
You rolled. What
Whatever.
was you? Oh,
I
because you
rolled
rolled
a-
high.
Yeah, a 5 plus 5 is 10.
Okay, 10 points with your first attack.
Okay. Second attack. 17 plus 9.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there. That's
Yep.
going to hit. 5 plus 5 is 10.
10. All right.
And then the whip is non-magical.
Haste attack. Haste attack. You had a
Haste
third
attack.
attack.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. 13. It's not going to hit.
13 will not hit through his mage armor.
Okay. Now, man, that should have been the whip. Oh, well. Oh, critical fail. Never mind.
All right. Well, you have
hooves,
chipped
though.
away at him. Oh, hooves, because you
Hooves.
rushed over to him.
Yep. 13 plus. What are my hooves? 8.
That's plenty.
Okay. And I roll d4. 4 plus 4 is 8.
All right. He's only going to take 4 of that because it's not magic.
Yep.
All right. You've done a bunch of damage to him. He's not bloodied or anything yet, but he does not like this. Why would you do this to me? This is my house, my basement.
No,
Get
it's
out!
my house.
Why does
Pretty
that
sure
guy
this
keep
is the
talking?
Storm Giant's house, if anyone.
Yeah.
They're dead. I have right of something.
Yes, I do. I'm now mimicking
it's,
his.
Where is the genie in the turn order?
The genie will go on Cyril's turn, I think.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So let's see here. That brings us, I think, around to Polly. So, Polly, you're currently inside a water elemental.
Yep.
You get to decide. I mean, you could use your action to get out. You could fight from within. You could do a variety of other things.
Let's fight from within. So I'll try my vicious mace while I'm in here.
Okay.
All right. 18.
18 will hit.
Awesome. So let's see. 1d6 plus 2, 4. That's the worst damage. Why is that so low?
I assumed you rolled very low on one of your dice.
Well, yeah, I did.
Okay. That is the nature of that.
Yes,
The
for
mystery
real.
is
Remind me,
solved.
I assume your vicious mace is a magical mace, or is it just vicious?
It says a magical weapon.
Then it does magical damage, which is important for hitting the.
Only when you
Water.
roll a 20 on your attack roll.
Oh.
You take
Wait.
extra damage. But
Okay. So you did 4 damage, is what you said?
yeah.
All right. You slosh the mace around inside the water elemental.
Derek, real good.
All right.
Wally's not a fighter.
What is he?
I don't know, kind of a jerk.
Yep. All right. Zikran is next, and Zikran is going to do some very complicated magic on his turn. I think he starts doing a spell. Cyril, I think if anyone in the room was going to recognize it, it would be you. You recognize it first, like it's never something you've never seen, but perhaps have heard of. You recognize that it's from the school of transmutation, and just as it clicks into your head, just as he finishes casting it, oh, that's time stop. Zikran, what?
Counter spell. I
Can
don't
you-
want him to cast time stop, so I'm casting counter spell.
What?
Level 5.
What level? Now, time stop is a very high level spell. Will counter spell still work on it?
Yes, I have to roll.
There's a chance
The
it
whole
won't, but
system.
Okay, because time stop is a level 9 spell. Just to
dang.
before we know what's going on here, the stakes at play. Time stop, very powerful spell that basically allows Zikran to freeze time and take multiple turns, which is very useful if you're a wizard, because he would then cast multiple spells. Presumably, he can't affect other people without breaking them out of the time stop, but it's very good for kind of taking defensive measures. So. Cyril attempts to counterspell time stop because it would be real bad for him to cast it right now.
If it is casting a spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a success, the creature's spell fails and has no effect.
Now this is
at
a
higher
ninth
levels-
level spell.
Yes, I'm casting counterspell at 5th level, but that does not affect this. So that's a waste of a couple spell slots. All right, so my spellcasting modifier is 5. I'm going to roll this over here. So /roll.
And do you have inspiration for your outfit, which you haven't used yet?
You
I
do.
know. So here goes the first roll. 15. Not good enough. I will employ my inspiration and roll again.
Wow.
20 is pretty good.
All right.
Countered.
Wait to just cut it close there.
Drama.
Zikran is doing something. He's got like a watch and he's got sand and he's time stop, and the sand just kind of like pours over the watch and onto the ground, and all he has done is basically dump sand on a watch, and then he looks around at all of you and none of you are stopped. And I guess he wasted his whole turn in addition to not getting to do the thing he wishes to do, because that's how counterspell works.
Yep.
All right.
If he has a bonus action or a move, he could do that, but
He could run away from Hermione, which would incur an opportunity attack. So, yeah, that was wow. Let me just tell you, I had an amazing stack of things lined up that he was going to do that we'll never find out about. And
That's why I wanted to be within 60 feet of him.
and that burns his spell slot too, right?
Yeah.
Yup.
Let me tell you, he had one level 9 spell slot, so not only did he not cast Time Stop, he can now never cast Time Stop. So that was probably where the fate of the battle quickly pivoted. Lempus, it's your turn.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I don't like it.
I thought it was pretty sweet. All right, I'm going to whisper a discordant melody into the brain, or whatever passes for a brain, of this humanoid typhoon,
Mm-hmm.
and attempt to cast Dissonant Whispers upon him. Please attempt a 17 Wisdom saving throw.
That's going to be very hard for him to do. He got a 14, which is insufficient.
Cool. In that case, he will immediately take 7 psychic damage
Okay.
and must move as far as its speed allows away from me, thus triggering a opportunity attack from our friend Genie.
All right, so I basically imagine he like whirls up the stairs. Cyril, would you like to roll an attack for the genie, and I can do damage for it if it hits?
Sure.
It's a plus
rolled
9 to
an
hit.
8.
So
17.
17 will hit an air elemental. You win. I'm just gonna take the average. He does 12 damage plus a d6 of lightning or thunder damage. Let me just check. Is the all right, that air elemental is in trouble. And has been forced to kind of retreat up the stairs. So it'll be back. Lempus, anything else?
I think I might tuck around the corner of this. What is this, a bookshelf?
It's a workbench.
Oh, a workbench. And kind of hunker down back there in case
right.
Zikran is feeling like sending anything our way.
No, I'm fine. I'm not going to touch it.
I really like this method, disguise self. Nyasa Nightweaver / False Zikram, it is your turn.
What was Zikran's... what about lightning? Does he like lightning?
Nobody likes lightning. He has no protections against lightning.
Okay. Well, I raise my... I don't know if you could see the ring because I'm disguised. I don't know how that would work. But anyway, glow from my finger, big ball of lightning, fires across, and other fake Zikran needs to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
He's the real Zikran.
No, he's not.
He is not so dexterous, but let's see. He does have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical attacks, which this is.
Oof.
How'd I do?
You did
15
pretty
and
well.
18, so he nimbly sachets out of the way. Ha-ha, me! Take that! Or false me, as it were.
Right.
Gazrazam, get back here and get back in that book, and then give that book to me.
Hey, while we're talking, I'll ask you on my turn.
I'm just like working out if I can just do anything else to well, I'm just going to hide under this bench because my cunning plans seem to all be not working. So I'll just try hiding. That is a 24 to hide.
All right. Cyril, it's your turn.
Hey, why did you leave this book behind? What's the deal with it?
I lost that book, or it was stolen from me, perhaps by Lafa.
How could you lose it? Why? There's a genie in it. That's weird.
My work is very complicated. I can't expect you to understand my comings and goings.
Look, we're obviously just going to kill you here. Do you want to just let the genie go and we'll leave?
I do not.
Okay, Tola dead.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw 18.
All right. He does continue to have advantage on magical dealies. I rolled a 15.
That is not an 18.
No,
you
no,
will
it is
take
not.
2d12 necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage? He doesn't like that. He's made of alive stuff.
11 points of necrotic damage.
All right. Now, Zikran did have a lot of hit points, but you're chipping away at him.
Goal.
All right. Sorry about your cannon. Was that crystal expensive?
Extremely.
Oh, well. I guess you're going to learn a valuable lesson then, huh? All right, I'm done.
Just doing some math here. Cyril, at the end of your turn, Gazra Azam will do whatever you think he will do to follow Cyril's instruction. Do you think he chases the humanoid typhoon up the stairs?
Yeah.
All right, he chases the humanoid typhoon up the stairs. Gazra Azam gets to make multi-attack. Wow. Gazra Azam, pretty big deal. Yeah, roll 3 attacks with +9.
Okay. A 18, a 14, and a natural 20.
All right, the 18 and the natural 20 are going to hit. I guess this is like our special effects budget has been cut. The genie turns past the corner where we hear like cartoon sound effects of the genie just tearing an air elemental to pieces, and then the genie comes kind of drifting back down the stairs. But Gazra Azam looks like real tired now. Like that took a lot out of him.
His hair is messed up.
Yeah, that's all. He's not good. He's like, I have done it, my friend. The humanoid typhoon is no more.
Thanks, buddy.
It would be the humanoid typhoon's turn, but he is no more. So it is the water elemental's turn. This water elemental will start out by buffeting Polly about. Polly, you take 13 bludgeoning damage, but you resist it, so you take 7. Actually, I guess 6 bludgeoning damage. And let's see, what else could it do? You know what? It's gonna it sees Lempus hiding there under the same kind of desk that you were hiding under, and it surges forward. It brings you with him, Polly. We'll say that he doesn't. He scoots just cleanly around fan favorite little Antony. And Lempus, give me a DC 15 strength saving throw as the water elemental tries to consume you.
Oh, strength, you say? Okay.
Yeah,
Great. That's my dump stat, so this should be fun.
you could always roll high.
I could, but I didn't. I got a 2.
All right. You are now inside the water elemental. You are you take 13 bludgeoning damage. I will just remind you, your ability to hold your breath is based on your constitution score, but it's, a round is only a number of seconds. So as long as you aren't planning to live inside the water elemental, I think you're okay for it now.
I got to remind myself of the concentration rules now.
Yes, because you may no longer be concentrating on the hypnotic pattern.
I think I might have to roll something to maintain because I took a certain amount of damage. One moment, please.
Could I ask while he's taking a moment if because he passed by little Antony, could little Antony try and scare him?
What would little Antony
attack?
As a centipede.
Yeah. The actions, the Quasit has an action to scare, and it lasts a day, and a creature of the Quasit's choice must succeed on a DC 10 wisdom saving throw or be frightened for a minute.
I will allow you to do that. I imagine basically little Antony would transform from Quasit into little Antony, kind of fearsome, except like the scariest version of little Antony.
Oh yeah.
So what am I rolling? I'm rolling a wisdom check for the
for the
water elemental.
Mm-hmm.
The water elemental has rolled a 19. The water elemental has been around the block. He works for a guy who lives in his basement. He's not scared by weird centipedes.
And little Antony goes invisible.
All right, good choice, little Antony.
He's like,
I like that in the D&D world, people who live in their basements are the scary ones.
Someone else's basement.
Lempus, what did you learn about concentration?
How much was the total damage that you dealt out there?
13.
13? Okay. So, it's a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or half of the damage, which is less
7?
than 10.
Less than 10, right?
Sure. Not great. that my concentration is broken, and the water elemental to the south is now back in business.
All right. In fact, I guess since that happened, this water elemental is going to surge over to protect its master. It does have to cross the thorny ground there. Why don't you say, let's just say that it crossed 20 feet of thorns. Polly, if you want to roll damage on that, it does resist well, actually, these are magic thorns, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I guess it can't resist them. So it's gonna roll over that way. You tell me about damage as it then tries to do the same thing to Hermione. Hermione, strength check to avoid being drowned. You've been here before. This is like the third water elemental
Yeah.
that you've been inside today.
You slut.
Well,
Well, I rolled a 19 this time, so
all right. So you are instead next to it.
Yep.
How much damage did the water elemental take crossing the field of magic thorns?
23.
23. Not great. Not great. All right. Hermione, you are no longer alone at Zikran. There is a giant well of water next to you, threatening you, in addition to the annoying water genasi wizard that is next to you.
cool. Well, I'm going to basically replay Zikran.
Okay.
Now, because my haste is still doubled, technically I could run back 30 feet and then run forward again.
You could. It would provoke from
charge
both
again.
of them.
Oh, that's right.
They'd
Okay,
both get
never mind.
to hit at you if you did that.
Never
It would
mind.
it would look awesome, but it might not be
Really
tactically.
cool.
It would look very cool, but tactically questionable.
Yeah. I rolled a 17 to hit.
17 hits Zikran.
Love that. 5 plus 5 is 10.
Zikran is not liking this.
Good. Let's do it again. 9 plus 9 is 18.
20.
4 plus 5 is 9.
All right.
And now extra attack.
Haste attack.
Yeah. Hasty. 15.
15 is his armor class with mage armor, so you hit.
5, 8 points.
8 magic damage.
And now let's whip it.
He is bloodied. He like spits some like purple goo out of his mouth onto the ground and like wipes his mouth. He looks a little unsteady on his feet. He's just, why you?
Well, I just rolled a critical.
All right. Double your damage dice.
Double my damage dice. Oh, that's not that. I need, hold on, another 4, not another 6. Four plus 3 plus 4. 8, 9.
11.
Thank you. 11.
All right. And he takes half of it because it's not a magic
Yep.
whip. So he takes 5 damage.
Correct.
He looks extremely unhappy.
You could
Good.
wish for a magic whip if we win this.
You should not use a wish on
No,
one magic whip.
But I can
Magic whips
do.
for everyone.
I can do my. Oh wait. What is it? Because I have not done my action surge.
You have not done your action surge.
So I would like to do that now.
All right. So you get what?
Yes.
2 more attacks with action
Yep.
surge? No. Jeez. Fighters.
Yep.
20 with my sword.
That hits.
5 plus 5 is 10.
Hermione is over here defeating the evil wizard all by herself, people. Just so it's clear
Excuse
what's
me.
going on.
I'm drowning.
No,
I'm
this is
past
all
haste,
because yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
Yeah.
get an assist on this.
you get an
Yeah.
assist. All right.
19. is
19
gonna
hits.
hit. 4 plus 5 is 9.
9 damage. All right. Zikran looks very, very concerned about his long-term magical research prospects.
Now listen, if you let the genie out of the book, I'll let you live. Just saying.
I'm starting to think about it.
Well, you better think fast.
Polly, you are currently inside a water elemental.
I'm gonna try and grapple it.
I mean,
Can I do
can,
that?
can
Mutual
you
grapplage.
can you grapple something that has grappled you?
I want to reverse.
I mean,
It's called a
wrestlers do
hug,
it all the
Tony.
time.
Maybe you aren't familiar with it.
Just reading a form here. Can you grapple a grappler? top
Grapple,
post.
stop grappling.
Top post. I don't think there's anything in the rules that says you
man.
can't.
Can I grapple a dog?
Grappling a grappler. Grappling a grappler is fine, and even the grappled creature could do it. All right. Nothing can stop you based on my very brief Google searching.
All right. Grapple it. What does that mean?
What? Yeah.
Oh, it means I have advantage on attacks, but I don't think I get to make that attack at the same time.
So you are attempting to grapple it, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
in order to grapple it, let's see here.
We have to
roll
contest
some
strength.
stuff. Yeah, we have to contest strength. So I guess we both probably do a strength check. And I will
Yeah.
tell you, water elementals are very strong. So good luck.
Oh, Jesus.
I rolled a critical fail.
I got a 19.
All right.
Yes!
So you managed to like hug the inside of the water elemental. Sadly, no one. I guess little Andy has a front row seat to the water elemental suddenly looking like confused and concerned.
Lempus does too.
Yeah,
Lempus
Wait,
is
is
right
Lempus
there.
Couldn't be
thrown
much more
free
front
of the
row.
water elemental?
I don't think
Now that
so.
I've grappled it?
you have grappled it, so
So I'm
you have
grappling
advantage
both of them?
on. No, just the water elemental. It's a very confusing situation, but you know,
Who's
it's
in who right now?
guys, it's a fluid situation.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Paulie, I guess you have this water elemental right where you want it, which is to say you'll have an advantage on future checks, future attack rolls on it, but you're not getting out of it. So,
Wait, so
um,
I'm still in it, but grappling it?
yes,
This is upsetting.
you
Okay.
could have chosen to get out of it, but that is not what you
Oh,
said
no.
you wanted to do.
I chose to grapple. I had
Yeah.
this grapple thing, and I was going to use it before this thing ends.
and
Like,
indeed you did. So, Zikran is next. Zikran is bloodied. In fact, at this point, significantly bloodied. Is very uncertain about things. Had all kinds of things lined up for that time stop that never was. So instead, Zikran does stuff. And again, I'm just going to tell you what the spells do because I feel like you've got Cyril here. So even if like Hermione
Are you
doesn't
casting a
know,
spell?
Cyril like says under his breath like is what's happening. So Zikran is going to attempt to cast Mirror Image.
Counter spell.
You have more counter spells?
It's a 3rd level spell.
All right. Zikran attempts to
3 I like
cast
to do.
counter spell, and I'm sorry, Zikran attempts to cast Mirror Image. Mirror Image is only a 2nd level spell, so does that
I'm
just
using a
happen?
3rd level counter spell. It just happens.
It just happens, and Zikran is like, but what? Is that turtle a more powerful wizard than I am?
Yes.
Lempus's turn. Lempus, you're inside a water elemental.
Yeah, as
underneath
as,
Polly.
as you do.
It's a kind of a spin cycle thing going.
Right.
So you could get out, or you can simply attack from within.
I could. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to. Well, do we know if these elementals understand our language, understand Common or any other
I
language?
don't think you have any reason to think that they would understand Common. They're probably
Well, Zikran did.
There
say
are
something
elemental
to them
languages
earlier,
yeah.
as though
So
they could understand.
you could try.
Well, first I'm going to Sacred Flame this dude from the inside,
Okay.
or attempt to. So, Dexterity saving throw at 17.
All right. I have rolled a 16, which is just barely not enough. So you
Cool.
just like a sacred flame like bursts out of one side of the water elemental.
All right, that's 11 radiant damage from
All
the
right.
inside. He just feels real gassy.
Yeah, we've all
Yeah.
been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taco Bell for lunch.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick in my Mantle of Majesty, which means that for a minute I can cast Command as a bonus action on each of my turns.
Ooh.
But Command requires that the creature be able to understand. Let's see. Yeah, it has to understand a language, my language. And I don't believe I speak Elemental. Pretty certain that I don't. So I'm just going to attempt to tell it in Common to release us.
All right. Does it get to roll anything against this? How's this work?
Yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw of 17.
Okay.
If it can't understand, then,
I'm gonna say that it has I'm gonna say it has an advantage on the saving throw because it primarily speaks an elemental language, but it serves other it is a summon thing. So and you saw them responding to Zikran. So I'm gonna roll twice and take the higher.
okay, you do that.
And I have rolled a 4 and a 7. So I think this is happening.
Yeah, so
Oh my
on its
goodness.
next turn, it has to follow that command.
All right, so it will release you on its next turn, is what you've commanded it to do.
Yep.
All right. Nyasa, you are once again hiding under a table as events that you set into motion spiral out of control.
By the way, that release should extend to Polly as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm the one who needs to release this situation.
So
I grappled it.
Well, that's up to you.
I most of my attacks are psychic, so there's no point in me attacking Zikran, but I could attack either of the water elementals. Do you want me
Just
to?
not with lightning.
I can't. I'm out of lightning now.
Oh, darn.
Sorry, I mean because my friends are inside. Do you have this one under control at the top, like literally, or should I go for the one at the bottom next to Zikran? Do you think?
I'd go for the
Next to
bottom
Zikran.
one. I feel like we have it under control.
Okay. I
The
just
top one is one monster against 2 players. The bottom one is 2 monsters against 1 player.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Right.
I mean, I could use some help.
I roll out this side of the table and fling some psychic daggers at the I know has a brain creature elemental, and that is going to be gets +8 to attack. So that is 17
That'll hit.
and 66 +4.
66.
Not so great. 10, 13, 16, 24 damage.
Ugh, 24 damage to this water elemental.
And should I hide again or should I come and help Hermione? There's not much I can do. I'll fling one more dagger at the water elemental. Maybe that'll help. Okay. That is a 20, not a natural 20.
Okay, math 20.
And,
Hits.
yeah, it's only 1d4 +4, but it'll do. 4. That is 7 more additional damage.
All right. That's kind of the first main attacks on this water elemental, other than when it traveled across the authority surface. Anything else, Nyasa?
I don't think there's anything else I can do. I could move, I
All
guess.
You gonna hide somewhere? It seems like you.
No, I can't hide because that's my bonus action.
Oh, okay.
So, my gut instinct was just move behind Cyril. And
Yeah, that sounds on brand.
I'm
Yeah.
only 3 feet high.
move behind
Crou-
Cyril and
crouch
lie
behind
on the
Cyril.
ground.
Yeah, crouch behind Cyril.
But, that feels... I feel I should not do that, so I'm not going to do it. All right, I'll stay where I am.
All right. Cyril, you are next.
Bong. I'm going to toll the dead on Zikram again. That's
On
a wisdom
Zikran.
18 saving throw.
All right. He rolled a 6 and a 10. Wow, low rolls for Zikran. So he's going to take some necrotic damage.
11 necrotic damage, please.
All right. Anything else, Cyril?
No, I'm just going to call out, whatever you try to do next, I'm going to counterspell it.
All
Just
right.
so you know.
Gazra Azam kind of swooshes across the chamber in your direction and kind of like pulls himself into the book like a child pulling himself into bed.
Oh, that was
he's
so
all
cute.
he's all tuckered out from fighting that
Does he
air
have a
elemental.
little nightcap on?
Yeah, he
Sweetie.
takes off his little gin turban and puts on a little nightcap. All right, the water elementals are next. The first water elemental drops the two of you.
I don't drop
And-
it though. It's great.
You don't drop it. And I guess, I think he is then going to try and attack Paulie because Paulie
According to the command spell description, the target drops whatever it is holding and then ends its turn.
ends its turn. All right, so it is still being grappled. The other water elemental is over there and sees Hermione and is just going to try and hit you with just like walls of water. 2 slam attacks. That is a 22 to hit. I feel good about that. And a 13 to
Ooh.
hit. Don't feel as good about that.
No. But wait, so is it 2 attacks?
22 for the 2 attacks.
Okay.
22 for the first
Okay.
attack.
Yeah, the 22 hits.
11 bludgeoning damage as like a fist made of water hits you in the side of the head.
That's okay because I have 11 points of temporary hit points, so
So that's
suck it.
gone now. Well, jeez. Unkind. It's just you come into their house and and it's your turn, Hermione.
Excellent. I would like to go after Zikram, but before I do, I say one last chance before I beat your butt with sword.
Never.
Okay. Let's see. 9 plus 13.
Hits.
Yep. 4 plus 5 is 9.
All right.
Doing it again. 19 plus 9 is gonna hit.
Yep.
8 points.
All right.
Got 14 plus 9 is gonna hit.
Yep.
8. And now a whip. 9 plus 8. 17.
Yep.
Oop. Oop. Let's see. It's 4, right? Yeah. 4 plus 3 is 7.
7 of which he takes half of that, so that's going to be 3. Zikran looks extremely unwell. He has just been beaten and battered, and he says, "Well, maybe now. I never liked that book anyway." And he waves his hand, and Cyril, the clasp on the side of Zikran's Zephyrean tome, just kind of like disintegrates, and it's just a shiny blue book with no lock on it anymore. Deal? Says Zikran.
I open the book. Does the genie come out?
Gazra Azam is there, and he kind of yawns and kind of steps out of the book and says, "I feel so much better. What do you say about leaving this place?"
Well, we're not going to use our wish on it.
Well, this one's on me, friends.
I just
Yeah.
grappled this guy.
Well, you're still grappling him. He'll come with.
Yeah.
Everybody, no one use the W word in any context at all.
Oh man, sure, I'm hungry. I wish I had a meatball sub.
I wish I knew what the W word was.
Gazra Azam nods, and suddenly you are no longer in a sad, frozen laboratory basement. You're back at the hearth in Candlekeep, sitting by a roaring fire. There's mugs of hot chocolate with marshmallows barely starting to melt, floating in them. And Gazra Azam is there as well. And he's just like, I didn't think it would be possible. I mean, those last 5 or 6 adventurers all died very quickly. So I thank you ever so much. And of course, as promised, your wish is my command. You may
Infinite
wish to,
wishes.
You may wish to think about it for a little bit. Some people
Don't wish to think
into
about it. Don't
these
wish to
things.
think
Hang on.
It's a trick.
Could you explain to us again the rules of wishes?
Indeed, what more thrilling way to end an adventure than for Tony to read at length from the rules of Dungeons and Dragons? Wish is the mightiest spell a mortal creature can cast. By simply speaking aloud, you can alter the very foundations of reality in accord with your desires. The basic use of this spell is to duplicate any other spell of 8th level or lower. That really doesn't add up with what the sentence before said in terms of altering reality, but okay. You don't need to meet the requirements for that spell in terms of the costly components. It simply happens. Alternatively, you can create one of the following effects of your choice. You create one object up to 25,000 gold pieces in value that isn't a magic item. You allow up to 20 creatures you see to regain all their hit points. You grant up to 10 creatures that you see resistant to damage of a type you choose.
Forever?
It just says forever. 10 creatures you see immunity to a single spell or magical effect for 8 hours. For instance, you could make yourself and all your companions immune to a Lich's life drain attack. You could undo a
8
single recent event by forcing a reroll of any roll within the last round, including your last turn. It could undo a successful save, a foe's critical hit, or a friend's failed saving throw.
We could get an item worth 25,000 gold pieces and sell it, and each of us would have 5,000 gold pieces.
I mean, that sounds
Which
pretty
is
good. We could buy a lot.
Like a lot of money in the world of adventuring.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that,
could
What
get
if
a
we
magical
invest in
whip
real
then?
estate and then we could turn this money around and really make a lot?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're gonna
I
start
got
flipping
I got some
castles?
guys. I can flip some castles.
You got some guys who can put up some new drywall and
Yeah, don't worry about it. I got a guy. Got a bunch of guys.
I mean, the resistance to a certain type of damage forever sounds kind of interesting, but
our luck, it's never going to be the
Right. It will never, ever be whatever damage
Yeah.
we.
Gazrazam says, you are, of course, allowed to think on it. I mean, I suppose this book belongs to Candlekeep Library, but if you are to visit the book and just think kind thoughts of me, I will appear. But again, one wish. So make it a good one.
I mean, I kind of like money.
Yeah, I don't
Money's
really
great.
have a
But
detailed
money's
enough
so useless.
backstory to wish for something specific.
No, but with money, with lots of money, we can buy these stupid magical items that we've had our eye on for a long time.
And
I
it's
do like
split
stupid
across.
magical items.
And I mean, like, or invest in real estate, or
Put it
like,
all on red.
we
Yeah,
could donate money to the poor.
It's a very good question.
Some
Gazra
orphans.
Azam. You said you could create an item that's worth 25,000 gold. How much gold can you create? Like, if we just want to buy us out.
I mean, like a pile of gold that's
He
25,000.
he kind of waves his hand, and suddenly the hot chocolates are gone, and there are just sacks of gold in front of you. Seems like probably about 25 of them, each of them with a big gold coin symbol on the side.
Yeah. It's in
You
a dollar
hear the sound of the table like groans, it creaks with the weight of the money.
But when I pick it up, it weighs 0 pounds because that's how
Because
D&D
encumbrance
works.
is not a thing.
Yeah. Also,
we-
he hasn't cast it yet, right? He's just
This,
like,
this is just a
to give you
preview.
an idea. Yeah.
Can we ask for 500,000 gold pieces?
Oh, well, there are limits to magic, and it's a whole thing where I have to, file it and pay taxes if it's over 25,000.
It would unbalance
So,
the whole economy.
That's
So
Yeah.
The economy is crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
I will
It's
tell
already
you.
unbalanced.
I will tell you that. Let us say that he can give you an extremely large amount of money here, which could get all of you. You could we could say that you spent that money. Buying magic items is not something you can normally do, but we could imagine that between adventures, you financed a quest for an item / paid for information to get it, and that you could. I will send you a list of magic item prices. We could imagine that you get any of the items on there that's worth up to 5,000 gold pieces. Each of you could have one of those.
I think that sounds best.
And so
Yeah.
the other thing is, you keep this in your pocket for insurance on another time. That is, I think, a little tricky in the world of adventuring. In that, somebody
like
else.
Tony's ever gonna let the 5 of us play in a game
Yeah,
again.
well,
Like, come
especially
on
what
now.
What happens when like Monty squanders it in the next adventure?
Monty, or you mean Paulie?
Wally, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Buys a
squander.
$5,000 meatball sub.
It seems like the easiest
I'm
way to
thrifty.
split up the wish.
It sure
Yeah.
does. So yeah, cash value is always the
Yeah.
easiest way to split up a magical
Yeah.
boon.
I'll
Wait,
take the
I
rest
only
in a
see
gift
certificate.
certificate.
insane magic
Yeah,
items.
there
I
it
have
is.
insane magic items.
Yeah. And so you are each find yourself wealthier than you could possibly imagine. And with that wealth, of course, more money, more problems. And we will revisit our adventures next time and see how they've done and how much of that money they have left and how much of it they have spent on scratch tickets. Did we learn anything on Dungeons and Dragons? Unclear. But
Crystals don't have brains.
Yep.
crystals don't have brains. They don't take
Counterspell
psychic
rules.
damage. Counterspell is very powerful. Be careful walking down the stairs.
Yep.
I think those are the main lessons.
Oh.
And so our adventure comes to a conclusion. This has been Zikran's Zephyrean Tome from Candlekeep Mysteries. All that is left to do is thank my players, our adventurers. Kathy Campbell, thank you for being here.
Thank you for putting up with us, Tony.
James Thompson, thank you for being here and wearing a leather jacket.
Thank you for letting me electrocute my friends.
Monty Ashley, thank you for setting a standard that we all struggle to meet.
Thank you, Tony.
Tiff, always for keeping it classy.
Always.
And last but not least, Steve Lutz for being here and being a swell guy.
Aw, I appreciate that, Tony. And you too are somewhat swell.
It's true. I am somewhat swell. Goodbye, listeners. We'll join you for another adventure sometime soon here on Total Party Kill. The end.
Dun, dun, dun.
We did it. We finished an adventure.
We finished.
That was fun as hell.
Bye.
That was so much fun.